Hold on. I want my shit to be changing colors and whatnot. Hold on. Where my remote at? That's crazy. I really lost the remote to this thing. It's on permanent purple. That might be a sign. That might dead ass be a sign that yeah. All right, bet. Say less. It's on permanent purple then. I guess so. Hi. If you're new to the channel, my name is Chai Bluey, and I hope you come to this video with a good day and a swell, good, jolly feeling in your heart. If you're not new to this channel, hope you've been drinking your water and staying hydrated. If you haven't been, I will find you and we will drink water together. That sounds like creepy somehow. Wow, that's like crazy. I made that sound creepy. Cool. Also, if you're not new to the channel, then you know why we're here. Noona has been talking about this marry my husband. At first, in YouTube, I typed in kill my husband and that did not pop up. Like, this whole series did not pop up. Some other shit popped up. But yeah, it's marry my husband. There's like a 5-part series. This shit is 2 hours. Y'all said it was good. I do trust y'all at this point. I ain't gonna hold you. I do trust y'all word, because literally everything that y'all have said has been good. I do have a new water pitcher. Very happy. It's like all slightly bigger. What y'all think about Brita? Yeah, I like them water pitchers and filters and stuff like that. She came home from She came home from chemotherapy and caught husband and best friend in bed. From chemotherapy? Damn!
I love hamburger and Sprite.
Hey, perfect way to start off the video. Let's get to it.
Bing bada bam.
Welcome.
Whoa! Hold on. I hope y'all been good, Charles.
Bada bing bada bam.
Welcome to this week's Bacon a Mystery, Bacon a Murder episode, except it's not going to be a mystery month. I was thinking for the month of February, because it's the month of love, it's the month of Valentine's Day, we don't do a thriller. I was thinking of doing a thriller where it's like a husband kills a wife, wife kills a husband.
your sweater.
Something like that. But this one is kind of a thriller.
Is that a
The
sweater?
husband does kill the wife, but it gets really crazy. We are talking about the K-drama Marry My
Whoa,
Husband.
hold on.
Something like that. But this one is kind of a thriller. The husband does kill the wife, but it gets really crazy. We are talking about the K-drama Marry My Husband. This has probably been one of the most requested BAMs. Like, I think I've gotten DMs on Instagram, like multiple ones where it's like, hey, have you talked about Marry My Husband? Why aren't you talking about Marry My Husband? Have you at least seen it? Because it's all over TikTok. So if you guys don't know, Marry My Husband is a K-drama that was adapted from a webtoon. It's so good. I'm 3 episodes in. It's so good. So this is going to be part 1, but I'm going to have a Monday Bacon a Mystery episode for you every single Monday this entire month. That's going to be 4 of them, and we're going to finish the whole series together. So let's get into part 1. I'm just going to drop you into the center
It's
of it.
not even finished yet, right?
No,
Right now?
no. As
So
of
it's
right,
ongoing.
it's ongoing.
They're filming right now.
Anyway, it all
Roger,
starts with
you look
G1,
drunk as
but
hell.
I'm gonna call her Gia, okay? Now, Gia is sitting on the edge of her hospital bed. She's looking out this tiny, tiny window. The window's open, and she can feel the nice little breeze. She's in her patient gown. She's got a beanie on, and she's got these big old spectacles. She's got the world's biggest eyeglasses on. I don't know if her prescription is that bad. They take up her whole face.
How
Damn.
old is Gia?
You know, they say that she's like 38, but she looks like 23. Yeah, so, I mean, the actress is beautiful. So the window's open. There's a nice breeze coming in. It's cherry blossom season, so all the trees have this like beautiful pink and white flower petals that are just falling around and flying about, and it's beautiful. But it's also
I like
really
pink and white
depressing
flowers.
because Gia is gonna die. She has been diagnosed with terminal cancer, and it's not looking good. The doctors have given her 6 to 12 months to live, and this is probably the last time that she's gonna see cherry blossom trees. So she's sitting there, sadly, looking out the window when a flower petal starts drifting in through the window, and Gia is about to reach out and grab it with her open palm when a girl in a tight pencil skirt and red stiletto heels walks up and slams the window shut. Obviously, she's wearing a top as well, but she's dressed like a sexy secretary. She leans down, grabs Gia's tiny, frail little face in her hands. Cold wind isn't good for you. My Gia, you're still so pretty. I'm not going to forgive you if you leave me. So don't forget that you have me. You have to live a very long life with me. Got it? Thanks, Stacy. I got unlucky in my marriage, but at least I have you. Stacy sighs and pulls up a chair. Why would you say that? Michael's a great husband. Yeah, well, he's cheating on me. What? Yeah, he texted me, I love you and I miss you, and then he deleted it right away, and I'm sure it was sent by mistake. Don't get so sensitive. Stacy's phone buzzes and she glances at it. Do you want me to talk to him for you? Forget it. I don't even need him. I just need you. I only need you too, Gia. Let's only think good thoughts, okay, my other half? The nurse walks into the room. Miss Kang, Gia Kang, it's time to go to the transfusion room.
So is they best friends, or?
Gia instinctively reaches for Stacy's hand, and she clearly looks terrified, defeated, and Stacy's trying her best to reassure her best friend, her other half. They've been friends since childhood, okay? They've been with each other through thick and thin, everything.
I like
Stacy's
thick.
like, this time,
I
the
like
medicine
thin.
is not going to hurt at all.
I
You're
like
going to
those
get
words
better
together.
once it's done. This is going to be
Sorry.
the last round of chemo, okay? Just don't give up. And you just see tears pooling in Stacy's eyes, and she's trying to smile and stay strong for Gia, and she gives her hand a squeeze and watches her walk off with the nurse. Gia gets hooked up to a machine and the chemotherapy starts, and she's obviously feeling very sensitive about her life. She doesn't know if this is gonna work. She might die, like right now. She might die sometime soon, and she's just reflecting on her life. A side note, I will say the opening episode was just so dark. Like, if you have anyone in your family that's sick, this is probably not a good show. Anyway, side note, she's super young and she's laying there with all of these things hooked up to her body, and she's asking herself, I don't even remember the last time I was happy.
Damn.
So why do I miss it so much? I was given 6 to 12 months. They said that would be a miracle, but it feels pointless. And as Gia is about to drift off into sleep, her eyes start shutting ever so slightly, and she has a flashback to the biggest days of her life. Not the best, but like the most important days of her life, which is her wedding day. It looks like it's in some sort of reception hall. I mean, it's not grand, but it's intimate, it's pretty. And I will say Gia's choice of wedding dress is kind of out of place. It looks like the type of wedding dress that you would see in the 1950s.
It does
Not
look
just in the
kind of
modesty
Victorian.
aspect, but just the design. It's got like this V-neck collar with poofy sleeves. She's wearing short gloves. It's just a little odd. But Gia looks happy. She's throwing the
She does
bouquet,
look
and her
happy.
best friend Stacy is there catching it. And her new husband Michael is putting his arm around her. You look so beautiful today. They hug and everybody starts cheering, and this middle-aged woman in a traditional Korean hanbok comes up to Gia, and we can assume that this is Michael's mom because that's what they usually wear. And she's all like rubbing the back of her hand on Gia's cheek. You look absolutely beautiful, Gia. I picked the perfect dress for you. She very obviously glances at the empty chairs on the bright side. So whoever Gia's parents are, they're not here at her wedding. And Michael's mom wants Gia to remember that. That's okay.
Okay.
You're part of our family now. You're my daughter. You poor thing. It's not your fault that you didn't receive proper household discipline, but it's okay. As your mother now, I can teach you.
Proper household discipline.
What's going on?
Yeah,
the
it's
hell?
a threat. So her idea of household discipline is sitting Gia down at the dinner table, slamming her hand on the table. Our Michael is the 3rd generation of only sons in our family. 3 generations of sons. How dare you sever that? Michael is a loser, by the way. So
Why is she making this
Wait,
nigga sound
wait,
like
wait.
he's
What
Draco
is she yelling
fucking
about?
she's saying, you need to give me a son. You need to give me a kid. How dare you sever it? We have 3 generations of sons. You're not even going to give me a kid?
Oh, Gia's deciding not to have a
Or
child?
she can't conceive? We don't know. I think Michael can't conceive. And Gia's not even fighting back. She looks defeated. She's got both of her hands in her lap like she's being told off by a teacher. And she's staring at her hands, and she just says, I'm sorry. Michael walks out of the room into the dining room in his little PJs. He's on his phone. And you would think that he would stand up for his wife against his
Right.
mom.
What is he-
No, he just plops down next to his mommy and continues scrolling on his phone while his mom is going in on Gia. I took in a worthless girl like you. Why can't you have kids? Do you even know how to do anything right? The mother-in-law
just-
gets up to slap Gia, and finally Michael steps in, grabs his mom's arm, but he's not even being like, Mom, what's wrong with you? He's being like, Mom, just put up with her. She's just, you know how she is.
Nigga, that's your wife. What the
Is
fuck?
this not triggering?
This is so triggering.
Oh,
this is
shoot.
so they
Whoa. What? Just put up with her is crazy, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I have a lot of respect for my mama, but whatever girl I choose, I know my mama gonna approve her because I know how my mama is. But my mama isn't the type to like cuss folks out in front of their face, but you will know how she feels about you. Like, she is very kind and very loving, but like she not very scared to like let you know. Kind of weird, or like you not walking with the Lord. She loves saying that to folks. And that's a different type of feeling when you get a wise elderly woman telling you in your face, you're not walking with the Lord. How do you know, mama?
But he's not even being like, Mom, what's wrong with you? He's being like, Mom, just put up with her. She's just, you know how she is.
Dude, is this not
Crazy,
triggering?
bro.
This
That's
is so
crazy.
triggering.
Oh,
This is
shoot.
so. They end up tossing over the coffee cup and it just spills over onto Gia's lap, the hot coffee. But even then, she can't scream or say anything. She's kind of like this little mouse that's scared of everyone and everything. Michael rules the house, even though it seems like he's an absolute freaking idiot. So the next flashback Gia has is of Michael proudly sitting there on his mom's dining table, showing her his laptop. And Gia, for the first time, is angry. What? You quit your job? Yeah, I'm gonna go into stocks. You remember Rogentel? Look, take a look for yourself. A few more trades and it's gonna change our lives. But I can't trade if I need to go to work. So I'm not gonna go to work. You get it? Michael, we have monthly loan payments, bills. We should have discussed this together. Yeah. Are you fucking around with me right now? Why do I have to discuss anything with you? Huh? He runs over to the couch, plops down and throws his head onto his mummy's lap and he goes, Oma, do you think I'll do well? You think I'll hit it big in the stock world? And his mom is just in the back like, of course my son can do anything.
Do you think there's actual human like this?
Yes. That's why I got triggered a little
at least
bit.
like 3 Korean boys like this. I can say that I'm Korean, okay? And I only know 4. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, okay? Now it's up to Gia to hold down all the
Oh no, that's actually crazy. Damn, that's crazy. Nah, I've met folks like families that operate that way, bro. So it's like, and I'm a little ashamed to say that I've met Haitian families that operate that way too. So it's like, dang, bro. I'm like very happy that my mama ain't like that. 3 Korean boys, and I only know 4 straight. Alright, say less. That was a good joke. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Korean
Good
boys
job,
like
dude.
that. I can say that I'm Korean, okay?
You
And I
can,
only
you
know
can.
4. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, okay? Now it's up to Gia to hold down all the expenses and the bills.
man.
And she's working overtime at work. So she works at a company called UNK and she's on the marketing team. She's getting yelled at by her boss nonstop. His name is Manager Kim. He's balding. He's weird. Do you have fucking issues at home? Does that matter? Does the world revolve around you? Everybody in this workplace has issues at home.
But you're balding.
This is why married women shouldn't work. Bringing your issues to the workplace. What are you doing?
Are they just trauma dumping?
Yeah, I think they really are. Because like I'm sitting there like pulling out my hair. And I've never really experienced this. So I don't know why I'm so traumatized. And he throws her proposal on the ground. 죄송합니다. So sorry. She drops to her knees and starts picking up the papers, but blood starts gushing out of her nose and nothing is going right anywhere. Gia is overworked, overstressed. Nobody's helping her. She has no financial, emotional, mental support, nothing. Even when she gets home to her unemployed husband. So in Korea, a lot of the apartments, they don't use key fobs. They don't use keys. They use keypads. So you lift it up and you put in the passcode and then you put it down and then you can get in. The lock is broken. So it's just unlocked all day.
So this nigga's
So the
stock
kitchen is a
venture
mess. There's a
failed?
plastic water bottle filled with cigarette butts. I mean, Michael is just smoking in the house. There's cup ramen containers just thrown around. The place is disgusting. I feel like if I even just swiped a single finger on any random surface in any given area of this home, it would be sticky. And Michael is just sitting on the couch playing video games. You said you'd fix the lock today, Michael. Are you calling me fucking lazy? Working overtime every day doesn't mean you're good at your job. You're so busy running around because you're so bad at your job, so know your place. There's this annoying beeping sound coming from the other room. Why didn't you just empty the washing machine? I put it in for the clothes, and now I have to... When you hear it, you can just throw it into the dryer. Michael throws his controller onto the coffee table, breaking a glass cup. Yeah, I've been working all day. I just sat down. And he storms off into his room and slams the door shut. And Gia starts feeling this pain in her stomach, and it's really painful. The doctor tells her it's stage 4 gastric cancer. It's not looking good. Gia goes home to tell her husband and her mother-in-law what happened at the doctor's office, and the mother-in-law starts crying. You poor thing. She's staring at her son. My poor son. Why did you have to marry her of all people?
Wow.
This is why you have to pick people carefully.
What?
Michael's sitting there, arms crossed, pouting, basically. This is a shitty luck. Mom, if Gia has cancer, who's going to make my meals? You stupid, naive boy. Don't even worry about that. Technology has advanced these days. People need to work to overcome illness. They need to have some purpose fueling their life.
Whoa. Ain't no way Shorty is saying that you need to work harder to beat cancer. Hey, bro, you have cancer. You don't have a 9 to 5 anymore. You have a 24-hour job. That's how you're gonna beat cancer. Yeah. Like, that makes so much no sense that it has to be like a show. I don't know why that just clicked in my head for some reason. I'm like getting real pressed. Like, this shit is happening for real. I mean, it could be happening. Do y'all really think like some situation like this could be happening for real, bro? Wife get cancer and the mom and the husband like, well, dang, I should have picked better. Yo, that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. That's just too crazy.
Michael's sitting there, arms crossed, pouting, basically. This is a shitty luck. Mom, if Gia has cancer, who's gonna make my meals? You stupid, naive boy. Don't even worry about that. Technology has advanced these days. People need to work to overcome illness. They need to have some purpose fueling their lives. She turns to Gia. Isn't that right, Gia? And don't think about telling your company. Work until you can. Don't think about acting all emotional just because you're sick. I'm sick this, I'm sick that. I don't want to hear it.
So they're just like pure evil, not even like a single % of niceness.
Right.
Like, he acts like a child. He's pure evil, but as an adult, he acts like a child. So there will be times where he shows like egyo. But I don't know what that means. That would just piss me off even more.
Right. I'll punch you in the
I
face
don't know.
if you hit me
Go
with
to
a
the wife or to the mom?
To whoever
knock
he
you
needs
the
something
fuck.
from. Yeah. I think that he used to show egyo to the wife, but not anymore because he feels like he's abused her enough that she's not going to leave. So Michael's like, can't they just cut it?
Can my girl get away with like 8? Yeah. Like, if she does it cute, yeah, bro, it's like, shit. You got me. You got me, shawty. I ain't gonna lie, that was cute as hell, whatever.
Yeah. I think that he used to show egyo to the wife, but not anymore because
It's egg yo?
he feels like he's abused her enough that she's not going to leave.
Egg yo is
So
that
Michael's
cute
like,
shit,
can't
right?
they just cut it out, mommy? Literally, okay? And the nightmare mother-in-law is like, it'll be fine. We have technology. Cancer is no big deal nowadays. Gia wakes up from her nightmare, but it's not a nightmare because it's literally her life. And she's in the hospital bed, finished with this round of chemo. And she starts slowly making her way to the room with an IV in her. And one of the older nurses is like, psst, Gia, don't worry about your husband's affair. You're better off without him, you know? When you get older, husbands, they just slow you down. Don't worry about bad things. Your body's still not doing well. Besides, you have other people in your life. Like the pretty girl, the best friend. She's so sweet, pleasant. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, she's really nice. She was like my everything. Yeah, she's a good worker too. She's a manager at UNK. It's the company that I worked for before. To be honest, I felt like I was always lacking a lot of things, but Stacy was the only one that stayed by my side, even during all of that. I mean, she always has been, and she always will.
Damn.
But we see, driving out of the hospital in a red Mini Cooper convertible is Stacy. And tell me why, if my bestie is dying, I'm not going to be driving top down, putting my hand out to feel the air. I don't know. I'm just saying that's just the vibe.
yeah,
She's
that'd be kinda
enjoying her day
sad.
a little too much. And then she parks at an apartment building.
You're leaving the hospital? I mean, I understand folks got shit to do, but if my best friend in the hospital because of cancer, nigga, I guess I'm living at the hospital. I can record from the hospital, bro. That would be kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think they should let me around hospital equipment. They are so fascinating, bro.
Just the vibe. She's enjoying her day a little too much. And then she parks at an apartment building, takes lipstick out of her pink Chanel bag, applies it, steps out in her red stilettos, undoes her hair, walks into an apartment, honey! And she throws herself onto a man and they start making out and ripping each other's clothes off. And that man is
Michael.
Can I just tell you, during this scene, I felt uncontrollable rage against you. Like, you have never, I'm not sick, you have never once cheated, but I'm like, I'm just mad at you today. Like,
Hey, you never know, right?
what?
But my question is,
Yeah.
why is the best friend going for the loser husband?
She has this thing where she's obsessed with anything her best friend has. She's in like constant competition with her best friend. If Michael was not her best friend's boyfriend, I don't think she'd care.
But the main character.
The best friend that has cancer? What are you trying to cook? So, okay. She has to get double the cancer. If she's in competition, that means that her best friend got 6 months to live. She has 3.
She's in like constant competition with her best friend. If Michael was not her best friend's boyfriend, I don't think she'd care.
But the main character doesn't know. Gia doesn't know.
I think she kind of understood, but she accepted it as her best friend's fault. She always felt like her best friend was too good to be her friend. She's got really low self-esteem. Yeah.
Wow.
Girlie's going through it.
Damn.
Now, she's making out with Gia's husband, Michael. Gia's lost in thought, talking to the nurse about how great her best friend is, when a man in a suit comes to walk to her in the hallway. Miss Kang, Gia, we've been trying to contact your medical guardian. He needs to settle your medical bills if you want to continue treatment. Please settle the bills by the end of the day or we will have to discharge you. I'm very sorry. Yes, okay, I'm sorry. Gia goes back to her room. She's calling up her husband. He's not picking up. She's shaking and she's pissed. She's texting him angrily.
Hold on. Is that real? Like, if you don't have enough, even if you're going through a current, like, medical thing, if you don't have enough to continue paying, they're just like, well, we can't help you then. I've never been to, well, I have been to a hospital a couple times, but like, that was when I was younger. When I got older, hospitals were like places you need to stay away from. I ain't gonna hold you.
Back to her room. She's calling up her husband. He's not picking up. She's shaking and she's pissed. She's texting him angrily. You quit your job after we got married so I would support us. At least pay the medical bills. Answer the freaking phone. He won't answer, so she has to go home to figure out how to pay the bills or figure out where the money went. So she slowly walks out of the hospital. The cherry blossoms are falling. They're like raining down cherry blossom petals. She can barely take steps without her whole body looking like she's about to
all the way
faint,
home?
okay? But it's beautiful outside. She gets into the first taxi she sees, and the driver stares at her in the rearview mirror. It's a middle-aged man with a cute rural accent, like a Busan accent. My goodness, you look really sick, but you're gonna get better soon. Spring's coming. I'm not gonna get better. I'm dying. Stop it. You can't say things like that. You know, you can't think like that.
Well,
The doctors told me. It's true. Besides, nothing good's gonna come out of living anyway. Now, why would you say that? What? My dad passed away early. I don't have siblings. I barely have a husband. I mean, honestly, it would be better if I didn't have a husband. Then I wouldn't have any debt, and then I'd be able to pay my hospital bills. Gia is laying her heart out to this man, this ajoshi. Her life is hard, but the taxi driver is both hands on the wheel, just smiling. You need to follow your path until the very end to know for sure. And then he swerves onto a side road. I mean, this man is absolutely unhinged. Gia is holding onto her seatbelt like, excuse me, this isn't the way. I'll take you down a different path. Just trust me. It'll be good. He takes her down this one-lane stone tunnel that she's never seen before. And suddenly when they get out, there's even more cherry blossom trees. It's beautiful. I mean, it's pouring, raining, cherry blossoms, trees. And he's like, see, we're here. I told you, the path you know is not the only one. There are other.
Changing perspective. Hey, I like him. What he look like? Hold on, where he at? You showed me a picture, Noona, but it's gone. I don't want to go too far, whatever. I like him. I do like him, bro. He give me Doctor Who vibes. Whimsical ass nigga. Ain't the way that nigga said, change your perspective and you'll see a different way. Ooh, I love that.
And he's like, see, we're here. I told you, the path you know is not the only one. There are other paths. Gia tries to pay the driver her last $10 and she gets out. The driver rolls down the window. Excuse me, ma'am. This is my last day as a taxi driver. Here, take it. Think of it as an allowance from your dad. You'll gain energy in no time. You'll be running around making big money and you'll meet someone who would die for you and you'll have a good life.
What did he give her?
It's okay, sir. You don't have to do any of that. All the cherry blossoms start rustling and they start raining down on her. The driver is smiling, still holding out the $10.
Oh.
Come on now. Take it. You're hurting an Ajashi's arm. Gia hesitates, then reaches her arm in through the door and grabs the $10. She bows, and the taxi driver rolls up his window and drives off, just like that. And now, Gia is stumbling up the stairs into her unit. She has to take breaks between the steps because she's weak and out of breath, and she just stumbles halfway up. She finally makes it to her unit, lifts up the keypad. The lock is still broken. It's unlocked. So she just opens the door and walks in, and in front of her are a pair of red stilettos.
Damn.
What the fork? She walks past them and starts walking towards the bedroom, and she hears a woman's voice. We know this woman's voice. You're really smart, babe. How did you think of the cancer insurance? Oh. Her dad died of cancer. She kept getting thinner. I thought it was time, so I took out a policy. Insane. You did such a good job. Was it like $1 million? Gia walks closer and closer to the bedroom. The door is open, and we both know who's in the bed right now. Stacy and Michael, after a badonkadonk session, are in bed cuddling. And Michael's like, yeah, if she dies, I already got the diagnostic insurance and bought you that Chanel bag. I put the rest in stocks to buy you an even better bag. You're so sweet. Let's buy a house when Gia dies. That sounds incredible, honestly. But this bitch is hanging on longer than I thought. She's persistent. I even told her not to go to the doctor after she first started getting sick, but she ended up going. Stacy is staring at Michael and eating candy. She is persistent. Maybe I'll take her out for some fresh air and push her off the roof. No, don't do that. What if you also get hurt? I mean, I can push her gently. No one would know. What the hell has she even been eating? Why is she still holding on? Right? We should eat whatever she's eating. Gia is not even crying at this point. She knew her husband was cheating on her, but not with her best friend, her childhood best friend.
This is
the only person
crazy.
that she's ever known and trusted in her life like that.
Like
her
what?
other half.
Her other half.
She definitely
the only
said
reason she wanted to keep living was for her best friend. Gia's backing up in shock, and she sees on the kitchen table a picture of her dad with her when she was young, when he was still alive. And there's food stains all over it. It looks like they used it as a fucking coaster.
Oh, this show is crazy.
So
this
Gia
show's
bursts
crazy
into the bedroom
for real.
door, and the two are making out again, and Gia's screaming, "You crazy bastards!" Gia! Michael's so shocked he starts choking on a candy. And Stacy immediately goes over to pat his back. Babe, are you alright?
No, let him die.
The two of them are huddled together in the corner of the room, and Gia's screaming, throwing pillows and small little trinkets at them. And Gia's like,
Throw
this
knives.
is insurance fraud. I'm gonna report
Hammers.
you. Hey, what the hell? He turns to Stacy. Are you okay? You're not hurt, right? Stacy looks like a little wounded animal. Like she's so stressed out and hurt by Gia throwing a pillow at her, and because she's such a dainty little princess. I'm gonna fucking kill her. I'm gonna kill her. And Gia's like, Stacy, She throws her picture frame with her and Michael at their wedding, throws it at them, and Michael covers Stacy, protecting her. I'm gonna kill both of you. That's enough. Michael's like, hey, that's enough. He starts walking with his arm around Stacy, and she's looking all traumatized and like, save me, protect me. And then he's walking with her, and they get closer. They're trying to walk past the door, past Gia. Aren't you tired of this, Gia? He throws his hand up like he's about to smack her, but he stops. He just places his hand aggressively on her head. What could you even do right now in your state? Gia is shaking in fear and disgust, but she's also really hurt. Michael grabs her shoulder and then just pushes her onto the ground. So she falls, and he says, Pika, like move out the way. And he walks out with Stacy.
This is out of this world.
Gia crawls out, grabs a tin of candies, the ones that they were eating, like a plastic jar of candies, throws it at Michael's back, and the candies all fall out. And Gia's still on the ground. Michael looks like he's about to beat his dying wife up. Like, honestly, I was getting angry. Okay, he looks like he's...
Bro. I think what we should do is all learn how to use blades. Cause you don't really need a lot of strength to pierce somebody in the back, or you know what I'm saying? You just need speed and precision. A blade is genderless.
And Gia's still on the ground. Michael looks like he's about to beat his dying wife up. Like, honestly, I was getting angry. Okay, he looks like he's not afraid to kill her. But Stacy stops him. Wait! She walks up to Gia, crouches down on the floor, gets on her knees. Gia, I'm really sorry. You're sorry? I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do about it now. She looks up at Gia and Stacy's crying. She's crying. But the living should go on living. You were gonna die anyway. Why do you only ever think about yourself? Gia is shaking. She's heartbroken. What kind of person says that? Especially your best friend. Stacy gets up, or at least she tries to, because Gia grabs her Chanel bag, pulls her back down onto the ground. She tries to get up again, and she does it again until finally Gia uses all of her strength to get up, and now Stacy's on the ground, and Gia just starts grabbing her hair, pulling at it. You don't think you'll die? You don't think so? It's gonna happen to you too.
Right.
Stacy's
right.
screaming, babe, help me!
Shut your stupid
if you
ass
don't,
up.
Okay, like,
Shut your
please, it's not that
stupid
serious.
ass up.
Gia is very weak. Maybe at most you lose a few strands of hair. I really don't like her. The actress is so good. Yeah, she's so good. Michael
should we
grabs
watch
Gia by
this
the
show?
wrist and starts
I'm down.
dragging her off of Stacy. And he gets up in Gia's
I might
face.
get mad,
If you're gonna
like-
die, just die already and fuck off. And he pushes her back, like both her shoulders. She falls so hard through the glass coffee table, and you're like, this is the K-drama moment. She is now, there's a pool of red blood behind her. It looks like fruit punch. It's very bright red.
Well, she's definitely...
Gia is holding on to her very last breath, and she's wondering to herself, I longed for the happiness I never had, yet here I am with my good old friend, unhappiness. And she sees Michael and Stacy, and they're walking slowly closer to Gia. Stacy's like, babe, I think she's dead. Well, no, Sherlock. Michael's like, she was gonna die anyway. Does it matter how she died?
Yeah, because you
so.
killed her. Yeah, like, you
I think
dumbass.
I think the cops would think so, yeah. Stacy's like, what's gonna happen to us?
Like, what?
Stop. Just stop, okay? People with cancer faint all the time. She tripped and she fell, and we found her like this. That's it. What do we do? What if we don't get paid? April 12th, 2023.
What if we
Gia
don't get
was
paid?
found dead.
It's crazy.
But suddenly, Gia isn't dead. She's standing in the office break room, and we have no idea if that was all a hallucination or what. We have no clue what's going on, but she's very much alive again, and Michael is coming up to her. Michael's...
Shorty is Voldemort? Hold on. How is she alive? Oh, Michael's coming up to her? This must be a flashback? No, now I'm locked in. I ain't gonna hold you. Nah, I was locked in before, but now it's like, hold on. What's going on? What's really going on here, bro? I got a new globe. And it spins so nicely. Oh my God, the hydraulics.
She's standing in the office break room, and we have no idea if that was all a hallucination or what. We have no clue what's going on, but she's very much alive again, and Michael is coming up to her. Michael's like, babe, what are you doing? Why are you spacing out? Why aren't you wearing your glasses? Gia's like, oh my gosh, what is going on? She puts on her glasses, and she sees very clearly now, standing in front of her is her killer, Michael, and she starts crying. Michael's like, did you go to the hospital? What did they say? He gets closer and puts his hands up around her waist, and Gia loses her completely. She starts screaming, attacking Michael, throwing food from the break room at him. He's running out of the break room, terrified. She's running out after him, grabbing him by the back of his head, like just grabbing a fistful of hair, dragging him down onto the ground. He's screaming, babe, what's wrong? Please, ow, 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 it hurts. What's
Beat
wrong
that
with
nigga
you?
ass.
Let go of me, god damn it.
Fuck
And
him
his
up.
fist clenches. He's about to punch her, but the boss, the hot boss, Richard, in a full suit, steps in.
Nigga
and
name is
breaks him
Richard?
apart by basically chucking Michael onto the ground and holding Gia's wrist. Miss Kang, Gia Kang, snap out of it. We're at work. What are you doing? We're at work? She starts looking around and everybody's staring at her and she's confused. Like, how did she even get here? Last she remembered, her husband and best friend were having an affair and she was pushed onto the coffee table. What do you mean we're at work?
His name Richard for real?
She doesn't even know. Okay. She's starting to freak out. Are you okay? What's going on? Are you hurt? Gia looks down at her arm and hand. She used to have these scars there. Some of them were from the cancer treatment. Another one was from an incident that she had. But now they're gone. She lets go of Richard's arm and starts stumbling through the office. She looks in the mirror. She doesn't have cancer. This is what she looked like before she had cancer. She's alive. I mean, none of this is making any sense. She stumbles back from the mirror and she trips, knocking down a hot boiling water kettle that's about to fall on her face. But Richard stops it with his arm, chucks it away, grabs her by the shoulders, and gently pulls her up. Stacy pushes through the crowd. Yeah, they all work together. Oh, yeah.
What the?
Gia, are you okay? But all Gia can hear is Stacy saying, the living should go on living. You were going to die anyway. Stacy and Michael are now standing next to each other, staring at her like something's wrong with her. So Gia gets up, runs out of the building. What the fork is going on? She tries the elevator. It's taking too long. She runs down the stairs to leave. She's doing a lot. And for some reason, she's adamant on going down into the subway station. But she's running so fast that her shoe slips off. She's about to trip and fall down the entire flight of stairs and probably die again. But Richard catches her in his arms.
Okay, hold on. Why he keep on popping up though? Like, what's up with him? And is his name for real Richard? I don't know why I fixated on his name. I'm thinking when she says baking a murder mystery, I'm like, I never see you bake anything though, Noona. So I want to see some baking, but like she's okay. But baking, like you're baking. But there's no and. It's just baking a murder. Can you add some bacon in here? I thought it was bacon at first. So I'm like, where's the bacon? I love to see some bacon just off the fly. Like, here's some bacon. All right, let's talk about the murder. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But I realized it was baking. And then I questioned, where are the muffins? Like, where are the cupcakes? where are they at?
She's running so fast that her shoe slips off. She's about to trip and fall down the entire flight of
Bro,
stairs.
what going on?
Probably die again.
Right,
But Richard
and then
catches her
like
in his arms.
Like a
Enough.
gray
nods.
night.
And he sits her down on the ledge. Do you think that you can handle it? Get it together? She nods again, and he goes to grab her shoes. But she gets up, and she starts staring at the busy street, the billboards, the signs, and she starts having a fucking panic attack because it is now 2013, not 2023.
10 years ago?
Yes, she's somehow alive again and back 10 years into the past. Before she married Michael, before she got cancer, before any of this happened.
Whoa.
Richard walks over with her shoes and saves Gia from falling for the 49th time in this one single scene.
I ain't gonna lie, Gia. You have to, at this point, Richard is the one for you. I'm just saying, bro. He has saved her life 4 times within minutes of her consciousness awakening. I don't even know, bro. like that's the human for you. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I mean, maybe Richard's doing it out of the goodness of his heart, but his name dead ass Richard though. Like, all right, I'm done.
But she gets up and she starts staring at the busy street, the billboards, the signs, and she starts having a fucking panic attack because it is now 2013.
Oh yeah.
Not 2023.
This shit crazy.
10 years ago?
Niggas is time traveling in the
She's
show now?
somehow alive again and back 10 years into the past.
What the fuck?
Before she married Michael, before she got cancer, before any of this happened.
Bro.
Richard walks over with her shoes and saves Gia from falling for the 49th time in this one single scene. What happened? Where are we? About 200 yards from the company building. You were sprinting out of there. As for what happened, I should ask you the same. What's going on? Gia just shakes her head no, and Richard gets Gia a taxi back home and escorts her back. They're standing on the side street in front of her apartment, and he drapes his blazer around her. Do you have something warm at home to eat?
Yo, he's like a great boss.
He takes out a stack of cash, probably like $500. Oh, no. I'm fine. You have no phone or wallet. Gia's hesitating because, yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't have a phone or wallet. It's freaking 2013. Richard shoves the wad of cash into his suit jacket pocket that she's wearing. Take it. There are times that you need someone else's help. Thank you. She walks off and into her apartment, and it's not the same apartment that she shared with Michael and his mom, obviously, since they're not married yet. But she lives alone in a studio apartment, and the place is kind of messy. Gia stands there for a second before she has a bright idea, runs to the fridge, slams it open. There's eggs, there's milk, and all the expiration dates are in 2013. It's 2013.
Wait, so she's not dating Michael yet?
She is, but they're just boyfriend and girlfriend.
Oh.
They just started dating, really.
Yeah, because Michael did call her babe.
She slams the fridge door shut and the bell rings. She goes to the intercom and she can see Richard, the boss. He's outside holding a black plastic bag. She unlocks the door, goes to the gate, but now he's gone. The bag is just left on the gate. Fresh fruit, vegetables, coffee, warm coffee.
Forget Michael.
And she goes to town on that cup ramen and she starts talking to herself because at this point, I mean, listen, she could do anything. Like if she's going 10 years back, I give her a mental health pass. She could be talking to the people in the walls and I would indulge her.
I mean,
okay, let's sort this out.
Right.
Is this a dream? And if it is a dream, which one is the dream? Am I dreaming right now or am I dreaming my death in 2023? No, 2023 wasn't a dream. I couldn't have dreamt it because I remember General Manager Richard. He's the general manager now, but in 2021, he was promoted to be the CEO of the entire company. No one knows it yet in the office, but he's secretly the company founder's grandson. His succession process is going to begin in a few years. The fact that I know that... Does that mean I travel back in time?
Right, yeah, because you wouldn't know that unless...
The Richard seems like he's interested in her too.
Right, that's what I'm trying to...
Gia's so confused. She goes back into the suit jacket pocket and grabs the wad of $50 bills because that's the highest bill. They don't have a $100 bill in Korea. $50 bills that Richard gave her and pulls them out. And also...
Damn. The value of the US dollar in 1945 was 15 won. In 1951... it was 6,000 won. My fault. I just be fascinated by the money. The idea of money interests me. I ain't gonna hold you. It's like pieces of paper that people have died for. How much power we've attached to money is like almost like money is its own entity, its own god that we have to constantly chase. I'm thinking too deeply into it. I just like how money look in other places. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, let's continue.
Gia's so confused.
But the Richard seems like he's interested in her too.
Yeah. Gia's so confused. She goes back into the suit jacket pocket and grabs the wad of $50 bills because that's the highest bill. They don't have a $100 bill in Korea.
Thank you for telling me.
$50 bills that Richard gave her and pulls them out. And also the $10 bill that the taxi driver gave back to her is there. But that was in 2023 when she died.
So she actively time traveled?
She flattens out the $10 bill.
Oh, it's not a transference of consciousness. Her body also... Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense.
Gia's so confused. She goes back into the suit jacket pocket and grabs the wad of $50 bills because that's the highest bill. They don't have a $100 bill in Korea. $50 bills that Richard gave her and pulls them out. And also the $10 bill that the taxi driver gave back to her is there. But that was in 2023 when she died.
What?
She flattens out the $10 bill. And she remembers the taxi driver saying, think of it as an allowance from your father. She opens up the $10 bill, and there's a tiny heart drawn in the corner. And she has a quick memory. Her dad was drawing a heart on a $10 bill, and she used to scold him. Dad, you can't draw on money like that. This is not a drawing, Gia. It's love. For us, it's love. For the government, I think it's illegal. Fine, don't worry, Gia. I'm going to listen to you. I always do everything you want. I'm your dad. And in that moment, Gia realizes that the taxi driver in 2023 was her dead dad, who sent her back in time to have a second chance.
Whoa, who's her pops? He really is Doctor Who! Oh my god! How did he die? Why is he driving a taxi? There was too many cherry blossoms. I ain't gonna lie. I half was expecting the cherry blossoms, like for him to drive into the cherry blossoms and then disintegrate like Oogway and Kung Fu Panda. My time has come.
Fine, don't worry, Gia. I'm gonna listen to you. I always do everything you want. I'm your dad. And in that moment, Gia realizes that the taxi driver in 2023 was her dead dad, who sent her back in time to have a second chance so she wouldn't be miserable.
Damn.
What are you saying? The dad came back alive?
No, it's like
sign?
it's a webtoon.
Oh,
It was magic.
Oh, it was magic. Got
It was magic. She remembers her dad telling her, "I would do everything for you,
It was
Gia.
magic.
I'd do it all."
Got it.
And she starts sobbing, just full on breaking down. And she's crying, "Dad, you should have told me. You should have told me it was you." But right when she's breaking down, realizing what happened, she hears someone entering the passcode to her apartment. The door unlocks. She runs to the door, and in front of her face, standing there, is her killer, Michael.
Yeah.
Why is your face so bloated? Come on,
Yeah.
let's go get dinner.
Nah,
Gia goes out to
I'm
eat with
good.
Michael. They're
No.
sitting at one of those street food stalls, and Gia's phone is just blowing up. Stacy is texting her nonstop. "Gia, what's going on? I've been calling you all day, and you've been ignoring my calls. I'm getting worried about you. I'm coming over right now." Gia bites her lip and starts texting back. "No, don't come. I just wasn't feeling well.
Roger's
and I'm with
moving.
Michael right now." Michael comes back from the restroom and sits down on the plastic stool, and he starts pouring himself a shot of soju. And Gia's thinking, "You need soju? Bitch, I need soju." She grabs the soju bottle, and Michael stops her. Hey, don't be like that. I know you have a lot on your mind, okay? And I personally don't get it, but a lot of women say it happened, so fine. I guess I get it. But you're making it too obvious at work. You're making me look really bad.
What is he talking
Speak
about?
so I can understand, dude.
Oh,
I don't know what
God.
you're saying.
What did he
Michael
talking
takes
about?
a shot of soju. "When did it happen? We haven't done it in a while." "Why? Are you pregnant? Are you sure it's mine?" "What? You told me you thought you were pregnant." And Gia's like, "Oh, shit. I remember. I could."
So in this nigga head, when a woman gets pregnant, they go on a psychotic break. Is that what he thinks? Like, oh boy, oh brother, this nigga sucks in all shapes and forms. like, like there's no, even across time itself, he still sucks, bro. I thought in the beginning he was gonna be a little different, more kind. Damn, Gia, why you with this sucky ass nigga? Like, what I need to, I'm trying to see what she sees in him. I'm not seeing it. I'm still not seeing it, even in the beginning, bro.
Michael takes a shot of soju. "When did it happen? We haven't done it in a while." "Why? Are you pregnant? Are you sure it's mine?" "What? You told me you thought you were pregnant." And Gia's like, "Oh, shit. I remember. I couldn't stomach anything, so I thought I was pregnant. It was gastritis from stress. Was that the start of the gastric cancer? It wasn't enough that he stressed me out until I died. He also had an affair with my friend. This little head." And Michael's like, hey, Gia. I'm kidding. I know you would never do that with another man. Listen, don't take this the wrong way, but you're not young anymore. If you take a step back from work now, it's going to be a huge blow to your career. And I know you love work. You don't want to become some old stay-at-home lady.
No.
Having a baby now is like clipping the wings off of a free bird.
Oh no.
So he's been a red flag since like the
Yeah.
day he was born.
And Gia's thinking in her head, "If I didn't know you only wanted me to keep my jobs."
Hey, lie. The day you were born is crazy. Nah, that's actually dead funny, bro. Could you imagine? You just entered the world. Oh, whoa. Red flag.
Listen, don't take this the wrong way, but you're not young anymore. If you take a step back from work now, it's going to be a huge blow to your career. And I know you love work. You don't want to become some old stay-at-home lady. Having a baby now is like clipping the wings off of a free bird.
So he's been a red flag since like the day he was born.
And Gia's thinking in her head, "If I didn't know you only wanted me to keep my job so that you can quit yours and leech off of me, I might believe you." Michael's like, "So termination. And as for the termination fee, fine, I'll pay half." "Half? You'll pay half? If you're going to do it anyway, do it quickly for your body. Also, I don't think I'm ready for kids. Nothing good can come from it." Gia smirks and takes a shot of soju. "I'm not pregnant. It's gastritis." "You're not pregnant? It's gastritis? Then why are you being so sensitive?" "Let's break up." "What? Are you done talking?" She slams a $50 bill down on the table, the one that Richard gave her, and walks out. And Michael is speechless. He storms out behind her. How dare she break up with him? He grabs her arm and is screaming in the alleyway, "Are you done talking? Seriously? I tried to be fucking understanding when you're acting crazy today and you want to break up with me?" She's like, let go of me. He slams her up against the building. Her glasses fall off and he's holding her shoulders down. Did I say something wrong? Why are you being so hysterical? Are you crazy? Gia's thinking to herself, I forgot that Michael doesn't care if I die, but he cannot stand the idea of breaking up. Who do you think you are? Breaking up with me? I'm gonna fucking kill you. He lets go of one of her shoulders and he's about to start smacking her, but he doesn't. He's just like, how dare you break up with me, huh? Tell me. Do you think that you could break up with me? Who do you think you are?
Such a whiny
Gia just starts screaming, someone help me, help! Yeah, a group of young girls walk by, and I guess they help because now they're both sitting in a police station. Ooh. And the police officer is looking at both of them. And he turns to Gia. Miss, you can't come to the police station over a lover's quarrel. It's not like that. I know, I get it, but 8 out of 10 times women ask us to press charges, and then once we do, they get mad at us. I mean, how ridiculous is that for us? Michael smiles and leans closer to the police officer, man to man. You know how it is, sir. There are days that women are, sensitive for no reason. I apologize on her behalf.
Oh, jeez.
The officer smiles at Michael and then turns to Gia. You weren't hit and nothing's broken. I see your boyfriend works for a big company. Bro, they work for the same company. But you can't just come to the police just because you got angry and sensitive. Excuse me, am I supposed to wait to come here until something is broken? You know what? Forget it. Can someone just take me home? Gia gets driven back in the car and she's thinking, this is not working. She goes home to look at all of her things, her financials. She has $500 in the bank, which, yeah, $500 is a lot of money, but also she earns a lot more and she's like in her 30s and Michael has been borrowing and leeching off of her. Damn. So it's like she should have more than $500 saved. She's a single woman with no kids with a good paying job.
Yeah.
But he's been draining her of all of her money and she's thinking, I used to be so scared of him breaking up with me that I would let him do whatever he wanted. He already has a lot of my money. He's used my card. He's cashed loans out in my name. What do? I can't run away with $500. I'm not going to last a month. She's stressed. She grabs her phone and there's a text message from Michael. I'm sorry I got mad and I yelled. I'll admit it. But you're at fault too, you know. I meant what I said earlier. I'm going to buy you a bag once the stocks do well. I got inside information on Ragental. When this blows up, let's get married. Crazy fucking bastard. Wait, Ragental? Why does that sound so familiar? Oh my God. It was Michael's only success in life. That one time. There's a way out. I'm going to use this to get through it. I don't remember everything that happened since 2013, but I do know a few stocks that I can invest in. The ones that did really, really well. Ragental, Apple, some of those. I can do this. I'm going to live a proper life this time. For real, for real. Like, Wait. She really does not want to waste her second chance. She's going to insider trade and get a full body MRI and make sure that she's healthy.
But things don't go as planned, do they?
Yeah. Come on.
Like, at that point, yeah, come on.
If you're not the next Bill Gates, I don't know, man.
Like, you're doing something wrong if you go back in time and you're not.
What would be the first thing y'all would do if you could go back in time? If I could go back in time, I would touch myself. Wait. Not in the way that your mind jumped to. I would just poke myself in the forehead, okay? Okay, I want to see what happens if a future self touches a past self. I know some of y'all are saying singularity, but wouldn't that be so interesting to witness though? I'm just saying. Okay, I would actually, I think, oh wait, no, but in this instance, there wouldn't be another me. Okay, what would I do then? I'd probably just stick with you two.
I can do this. I'm gonna live a proper life this time. For real, for real. Like, she really does not want to waste her second chance. She's going to insider trade and get a full body MRI and make sure that she's healthy. That's her game plan.
Bro, yes. Like, come on.
You have to.
Like, at that point, come on.
If you're not the next Bill Gates, I don't know, man.
Like, you're doing something wrong if you go back in time and you're not Bill Gates. Yeah. Come on. The doctor comes in with the results.
Can you imagine, like, if you go back in time 20 years, you'd be like, everyone listen to me. Apple, iPhone.
They'd be like, no, BlackBerry. We really like using our thumbs.
No.
Yeah, that's not going to work, huh?
It's not going to work.
Yo.
It's going to listen to you.
BlackBerry.
No one's going to listen to you. Managing your finances is a headache, especially when there seems to be endless expenses. I don't know what it is about
Chime. I like Chime. Well, Chime took money from me, bro. BlackBerry. Do y'all remember Blackberries, bro? My first phone, I stole it. It was a BlackBerry, and I loved it because of the little thumb pad in the center. I would mess with that thing for like hours, low key. Like, it just felt so good. I don't know what happened to mine actually. Oh, I threw it in the river for some reason. Oh yeah. I had this friend and he was very big on conspiracies. He basically told me that folks is using the BlackBerry to spy on you, and he was like dead set on it. And I like low-key believed him. I was 14, bro, so I threw that shit in the river. I ain't gonna hold you. And I never messed with Blackberries again.
So she gets this little brain scan, or an MRI, not a brain scan. And her doctor's like, I told you didn't have to do this scan. It's just gastritis. It can get serious, so make sure to take your meds and stop stressing out so much. But otherwise, you're gonna be fine. So afterwards, Gia goes to the bookstore to pick out some books on investing, you know? Books like Read This If You Want to Quit Your Job, which is awkward because her boss, Richard, bumps into her at the bookstore. Ah, Mr. Richard. Okay, retiring with stocks isn't a crime. Will you die as a salaryman? Read this if you want to quit your job. Do you plan on quitting your job, Miss Kang? No.
Bro, I'm telling you, Richard is really that dude. His name really Richard though? Hey bro, my sis had an ex named Richard. Yeah, he was definitely not that dude. I've never met a Haitian man named Jeremy. Yeah, bro, we got Samuels, Alex, James, John, Pierre, Saint Louis. But yeah, I ain't never met no Jeremy. That's actually funny. Why do certain races stay away from certain names, bro?
So afterwards, Gia goes to the bookstore to pick out some books on investing, you know? Books like Read This If You Want to Quit Your Job, which is awkward because her boss, Richard, bumps into her at the bookstore. Ah, Mr. Richard. Okay, retiring with stocks isn't a crime. Will you die as a salaryman? Read this if you want to quit your job. Do you plan on quitting your job, Miss Kang? No. Gia's trying to come up with a good response, but she looks at his crossed arms, and there is this scar on his wrist, Richard's wrist, from when he knocked
Yeah. What is that? Trends. Oh, that's fire. I like that. Where'd you go? Back. Huh? What? You confused me. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Right.
Look at this. It's like the dog crescent.
Whoa. What? Can you program it to make sounds?
Yeah. It shouldn't be that complicated.
Why is it so long? No. Cap. Cap.
Now, excuse me. I have to fight the morning wood.
Hey, bro, you turned it into a devious look.
I need to kill a bunch of them to get the armor for it.
So you can get the morning wood armor.
The armor is called Spooky Wood.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely spooky.
No. Gia's trying to come up with a good response, but she looks at his crossed arms, and there is this scar on his wrist, Richard's wrist, from when he knocked away that pot of boiling water to protect her. Wait, did you get hurt yesterday? I'm so sorry. I was so out of it, I didn't even notice. Buy me a meal if you're sorry. I like kukbap. So kukbap is like rice submerged in soup, if I'm not mistaken. It's supposed to be very, very good, very, very cheap, really homey food. But he takes her to like a Michelin star restaurant where they have warm hand towels in the beginning before they serve you kukbap.
Wait, is he hitting on her?
I don't know. You tell me. You think he's flirting or
Is
not?
the vibe like, but she's dating someone
Yeah.
in the office. And the boss is like, I like what
Hold
I like.
on. But like, he's definitely hitting on her, right?
Dating someone
Yeah.
in the office. And the boss is like, I like what I like.
He said, I like what I like. You want to date an intern or you want to date the big boss, the big daddy? So Gia looks panicked at the restaurant. I mean, she cannot afford this. She has not completed her insider training yet. And he's like, what's wrong? When you said cookbook restaurant, I didn't think it looked like this. What else did it look like? Oh, I guess nothing. So Gia starts thinking to herself, I mean, I never spoke with this guy before, so I didn't know, but he's got like this little master of the house vibe. Like you can tell that he's very classy. Like a little master of the house. I don't know if that's the good translation.
I don't know what the master of the house is.
I forget, but it's like when kids act like a little, like, you know, like little master of the house. Yeah. He's got that vibe. Not like.
What? Like they run the household type vibe? I never was under the assumption that I ran my household. I ain't gonna lie. I don't have a household. I just live here, bro. I'm just a relative of these folks. I ain't gonna hold you. Even with my parents, like their house in Miami, that ain't my household. Like, I don't own nothing in that house, bro. Everything was paid for and given to me because I am a special guest. I'm a guest, but I'm quite special. They treat me like family. I love this family.
I forget, but it's like when kids act like a little, like, you know, like little master of the house. Yeah. He's got that vibe. Not like master of the house.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like China has
yes.
like Little Prince.
Yes, like little
Yeah,
prince
I know.
of the house
I low-key
vibes.
know
Yes,
what you meant though.
Okay, now the first round.
Like, I'm the only boy and I'm the youngest. So there's not only is there a lot of expectations placed on my shoulders, and like, you know, I've definitely disappointed. Damn. Yo, I'm like thinking about it. My sisters definitely said that they got punished way more than I did, even though I've done way more horrible shit than they have. Damn. In that way, I was spoiled, because I always disagreed with them when they said that I was spoiled. But I'm like, I didn't have great shit. Like, y'all had better shit than I did. In the regard of like getting away with shit, I was spoiled a little bit, bro. I'm just now realizing this. It's crazy.
Not like master of the house.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like China has
Yes.
like Little Prince.
Yes, like little prince of the house vibes.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly. Okay, now the first round of food comes out and Richard ushers for her to like eat. He grabs a spoonful of soup and he starts blowing on it because it's hot, but it steams up his eyeglasses. So what does he do? He whips them off. And Gia is staring at him, entranced because he is so hot. And he looks up at her and he goes, "How is it?" "A lot better than I thought." And Richard looks down at her untouched food. "You haven't even tried it yet. What are you referring to?" "Oh, I meant the food." And she rushes to shove a spoonful of soup in her mouth, but it burns her tongue, and Richard pours her a glass of water and quickly hands her a napkin, and she's thinking, what the fork is going on? Has he always been like this? He's more handsome and considerate than I ever remembered. "Thank you for yesterday, for taking me home and buying me the cup ramen and the tea. You're different today." "Oh, I am? Are you really going to quit?" To be honest, I was considering it. I just felt like I can't keep going like this. I figured it was kind of time for a change. Change as in marriage? What? You bought a book about interior design, so I just assumed. No, this. And Gia's thinking, oh, it makes sense, because in 2013, she was preparing to marry Michael this year. I'd rather die than get married is what she's thinking, but she doesn't say that, okay?
Just
Instead,
clarify.
her phone is blowing up, and
No,
they're both.
but just clarify. You don't want to get with Michael so that Richard can, like, you know, double down on his intentions. Please, I hope she clarifies, bro, because if she doesn't, she's gonna get stuck in the situation of being alone with Michael again, and he's gonna snap and she's gonna die, and it's gonna be a repeat. Oh my god, I just know there's like, this is almost 2 hours, so this isn't gonna go her way. I'm waiting for the anvil to drop. Is it the coffin? What's the phrase? I'm waiting for the other shoe to. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. I feel like that's just how I live my life, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
13, she was preparing to marry Michael this year. I'd rather die than get married is what she's thinking, but she doesn't say that, okay? Instead, her phone is blowing up, and they're both staring at it because Stacy is texting her nonstop. She's leaving messages like, Gia, my other half, call me back right now. You're my only friend, Gia. Why aren't you answering me? Where are you, Gia? Gia tries to ignore her phone, but she sees Richard's scar from the boiling water. She leans over the table, grabs his arm. Her eyes are wide. It is just like the scar that she had in 2023 on her arm. The same shape. It's like a crescent moon burn shape.
What does that mean?
Exactly. And she looks up and Richard is staring at her. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. The scar just looked very painful. Oh, no, it's fine. But if you're done, we should head out. When they get outside, Richard starts talking. Thank you for the meal, Gia. This makes us even, I would say. Also, I would like to say that you are a very talented person. Getting married and starting a family is nice.
Would Gia pay the meal?
Yeah, but I think it would be a shame if you quit. And I'm saying that as your boss. Gia smiles and thanks him, and both of them start walking off in separate directions. And Gia's thinking, I used to be scared of that guy because he was always frowning, but he's a pretty decent person, you know? How did he know that I was talented? I feel like I forgot that I had some talent. I forgot that I was good at my job. I wanted to do a lot of things at work, things I had to give up because getting married and because I didn't want to outshine Michael. But now I remember. So she's inspired. She's ready to get to fucking work for Daddy Richard, but also insider trading. So she shows up at work the next day. Michael is standing there angrily looking at his unanswered text messages to Gia. Damn it, she's really starting to piss me off. Gia takes the stairs instead to avoid him, and when she gets to them, they're all sitting in the same cubicles. Okay, so Michael is like diagonal from her to the left, and then diagonal from her to the right is fucking Stacy. Bruh. Wow. Now, Michael and Stacy are both trying to talk to Gia because she's been ignoring the fork out of both of them. But manager Kim, their direct manager, storms in. Get to work, chop, chop, everybody. It's been 10 minutes since start time. What the are you guys doing just sitting there?
The balding dude?
Stacy sneaks up under Gia's desk and she's squatting next to Gia.
Whoa.
Gia, you never called me last night. What were you doing? Last night? Oh, I was just watching TV. I lost track of time. I got caught up in this show. It was about this woman who had late stage cancer and she caught her husband and her best friend in bed. Really? That's crazy. It is, isn't it? I think the friend is worse than the husband. So gross. How could she do that to her best friend? Right? Well, the woman was going to die anyway, so she probably thought it was okay. Ugh, no. Stacy leans her head on Gia's lap. You can have everything when I die. But if you die, I get everything you have.
Oh, shoot.
Gia's trying to act like she's not terrified because Stacy basically murdered her. Okay? But the manager, Kim, calls her to his desk and she pushes Stacy's head off. Manager Kim is flipping through her proposal. So she works in marketing. Miss Kang, when are you going to get your touch back? You don't like my proposal, sir? Is it that bad? Bad? That would be saying it nicely. This just sucks. It sucks. My idea was a meal kit proposal for single households. This is what Gia is saying, okay? Manager Kim initially turned it down, but later what she remembers from the past is that Stacy asked if she could use the idea, the same proposal. She said, hey Gia, I want to change up your proposal and try proposing it again. But she submitted it without changing a single freaking word and Manager Kim loved it. And that got Stacy promoted to a full-time employee and later she gets promoted to a manager.
So manager likes Stacy.
Yeah, because she dresses like very, cute and she plays the game, but Gia dresses in baggy clothes, does not play the game. And Manager Kim is like, does this make sense to you? Single household meal kit? Why would someone alone even cook? Add water to a pot and boil it. How fucking bothersome. And the green onions are vacuum sealed? Jeez, freeze-dried squid? Opening all these packages is gonna take the whole freaking day. Doesn't make sense to you? The development team will be like, why don't they just do it themselves? Are you listening, Miss Kang?
Nah, I'm staring at your balding
Could you
head.
tell me what the proposal is,
It's
Zachary,
like
so I can edit
so
it?
noticeable.
What's the problem with you women?
Not you, Noona.
They're so dependent.
You have
need to
luscious,
figure it
long
out yourself. Also, try to be considerate of others when you come to work. Why are you dressed like that? You dress like you're already married. How are men supposed to interpret that? This is why our country should make military service mandatory for women too. At least Miss Yang over there is married. That's why
Whoa. I swear, folks just be saying shit though. Like, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Well, what is the military gonna do? Like, the military is gonna make the women wear tight, revealing clothing? I don't even know why you said that. That was so pointless. What the hell?
military service mandatory for women too. At least Miss Yang over there is married. That's why she dresses like that. What's your excuse?
Wait, what's
So
going on?
she's dressing in like trousers and a dress shirt with like an oversized vest on
But
top.
she's drippy
And
right
he's
now.
like, you're dressing ugly. He wants them to wear pencil skirts if they're not married.
That is so
It's just
incredibly.
It's just a lawsuit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know what to say. It's just a lawsuit. Yeah.
The fit
Meanwhile, in
she
the
got
back,
on
Stacy
fire
is
though.
spritzing
What?
perfume while her
Like,
best friend is getting ripped in two. So there's that. Gia goes to the break room to copy some papers, and she sees a cup of coffee that's about to spill over on the ledge. And she remembers 10 years ago in the same situation, she jumped to grab the coffee. It hit her leg, resulting in a serious, nasty bruise. This time, she knows what to expect. So she avoids injuring her leg by high jumping over the cardboard boxes, and she catches the coffee. And she's like, I just changed history.
I mean,
But 2
you
seconds later,
literally-
she gets hit by a trolley in the hallway and realizes that she can't avoid getting hurt in the same spot too. So what does that mean? What does that
Is
mean?
she destined to
tried
go
avoid
through
getting hurt,
with-
but she couldn't. Does that mean she's still gonna get murdered in 10 years?
right.
No. Like, no. She can't be thinking about that right now. Side note, apparently the scar on her arm was not from her cancer treatments. It was from her burning herself with water. The same scar that is now on Richard, but she doesn't have that scar anymore. So it's weird. Gia's going back to her seat in the office, and she's thinking about all of this. It almost seems like fate is inevitable, but it's not tied to a person.
So instead of she getting cancer,
Someone else could. Instead of her getting the scar from boiling water,
Richard did.
got it.
Oh.
So Gia goes back to her seat in the office and gets a message from Michael. Pictures that he sold his Rogiental stock. You sold Rogiental? I sold my stocks to pay you back. That's how much you mean to me. But don't worry, I still have TKU technology. If they do well, it's going to be huge for me, so I have no regrets about selling Rogiental. Just remember, I sold very incredible stocks for you. But Gia remembers that TKU technology is going to get exposed several years later for a whole bunch of fraud, for not paying employees. The stock eventually gets delisted. So Michael now has horrible stock, but Gia bought up all the Rogiental she could afford, and she's not going to say anything about it. This is interesting. Originally in 2013, he did not sell Rogiental. Remember, that's his only success in life. So does that mean everything must go somewhere? The water burn mark, the stocks. Because she bought Rogiental, Michael sold it.
It's a transference thing. Ooh, this is kind of hard. Hold on. That's hard. Wait, so then what? Was there an original Gia? What happened to the Gia that was unaware that she would get murdered? Do they take that into account, or am I thinking too deeply into it? Like, you know, plot and whatnot.
The water burn mark, the stocks. Because she bought Rogiental, Michael sold it. The universe needs balance, which means what's going to happen is bound to happen. Even if it doesn't happen to her, it just has to happen to someone. Gia finishes up her work and goes to the elevator.
Whoa, so that means that she has to get somebody, she has to replace herself with somebody else. Stacy.
The universe needs balance, which means what's going to happen is bound to happen. Even if it doesn't happen to her, it just has to happen to someone. Gia finishes up her work and goes to the elevator where Stacy catches up with her. How's your injury? Gia's lost in thought about the balance of the universe and whatnot, and she turns to Stacy.
Like some real
Stacy,
shit,
I have
though.
some trash to throw away. Will you do it for me? What are you talking about? Please, you're my other half. Fine, okay. But in return, you have to hang out with me this weekend. I found a yummy barbecue restaurant. It's called 고살절. You want to come?
Cool,
Yeah,
cool
let's do it.
soy
As long as you throw out my trash. Gia watches Stacy run over to Michael and start flirting with him during the meeting. And inside her head, she's thinking, you've been coveting my trash. You've been jealous of my trash. Well then, you take it out. Gia realizes that someone needs to steal her fate in order for her not to die. Someone needs to take her place and marry Michael. Marry my husband.
She is gonna pick Stacy. This is hard. Hold on, this is actually kind of hard. I like this, tribe. See, this is why I be going along with y'all suggestions, cause I'm like, this shit be hitting. I'm keeping it honest. Okay. Alright, bet. We good. 3 times. Can't be 2. Ooh, but 3 is an odd number. Alright. Now we're good. I'm so sorry. Okay.
In order for her not to die, someone needs to take her place and marry Michael. Marry my husband. That's how it works. And she knows it has to be Stacy. Stacy has to have everything that's Gia's. So the next day at work, Gia comes in with her coffee, and inside the elevator, it's her, Stacy, manager Kim, the boss, and the general manager, higher up, soon to be CEO Richard Daddy, okay? It's a little awkward.
So Richard right now is above the other manager?
Yeah, but nobody knows he's the founder's grandson. They think he's just a manager, a higher manager. Yeah, they don't know. It's a little awkward, but Manager Kim tries to make small talk, or he just wants to yell at someone. I don't know. Manager Kim's looking at Gia. Gia, are you working on your proposal? I'm not going to hold back if it sucks again. Yes, sir. I'm working very diligently on it. Stacy glances at the general manager, Richard. It's her chance to be a pick-me. Mr. Kim, if you say it like that, it looks like our Gia does nothing, but she works very hard. Is that the good coffee from across the street, Gia? Manager Kim smirks. Look at this. Little slacker, you left work during work hours to buy coffee? I'm sorry, sir. I grabbed it on my way back in. See what I mean? They're never working. Women, all they want to do is eat yummy. Richard slams his fist on the elevator and everybody goes silent. He doesn't even say anything else. And then they all get to the floor. Richard stops Gia. Miss Kang, come with me for a moment. And they go up to the rooftop and Richard is like, drink your coffee. She thinks he's going to scold her even more for the coffee, and this is like some sort of weird punishment. Sir, would you like my coffee? I haven't even touched it with my mouth yet. And to be honest, I skipped breakfast, and that's why you should start eating breakfast. Now, drink the coffee. It would be awkward for you to drink it alone in the office.
Hey, why is Richard into her?
You'll see.
Oh.
But not in this episode. You won't see.
What?
That's why I called you out here. Thank you.
Yo, her facial expressions is dead funny, bro. She went from like
drink it alone in the office.
flirty
Hey, why is Richard
to now
into
like
her?
sardonic.
You'll see.
Oh.
But not in this episode. You won't see. That's why I called you out here.
Hey, is that the right word? Sardonic? And is that even how you say it? Oh wait, sardonic is wrong. Images. What is this? What did we just stumble upon, tribe? I don't even know.
It would be awkward for you to drink it alone in the office.
Hey, why is Richard into her?
You'll see.
Oh.
But not in this episode. You won't see.
Oh.
That's why I called you out here. Thank you. Oh, right. I decided not to quit my job, by the way. Do you want to see something? And Gia pulls out her bill that the taxi driver gave her with the heart on it, aka her dad. And she said, my dad gave it to me. Whenever my dad would give me allowance, he always drew a heart on it. And I told him not to draw on money like that, but I guess he couldn't stop. This is the kind of love that my dad gave me. And that's why I'm not quitting. Also, you said that I was talented, and that really helped me make up my mind. Honestly, it's been so long that I forgot what I wanted, and I've been busy just trying to get by, but I don't want to live like that anymore. So, thank you. Richard smiles, and she says, did you just smile? It's my first time seeing you smile.
Nigga hasn't smiled this whole time?
Gia, do you have plans this weekend? And at this very moment, Stacy runs onto the rooftop to ruin everything. I already made plans with Gia this weekend. She comes over and loops her arm around Gia. What? You already forgot, Gia? I booked a table at Kosaridong. It's a great barbecue restaurant.
Bro, you
Richard looks
cock
very
blocking.
serious.
What the
Kosaridong?
hell?
Yes. Do you know of the place? I've heard of it. Okay, then. And Richard walks off. And Stacy tries to convince Gia to take her to the yummy coffee spot, but she's like, sorry, I'm very busy right now. And Stacy's really pissed off because Gia always does what Stacy wants. So Stacy's alone in the elevator talking to herself, and she's saying, Gia, this is no longer fun. I saved you from working this weekend, and you can't even have coffee with me? Ugh, I hate this. Meanwhile, inside Richard Daddy's office, he's looking up Gia's employees.
She gotta stop calling. Yeah. Hold on. We have to play this game very carefully, though, Gia, because if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you gotta rub palms with Stacy a little bit so that you can continue pushing her towards Michael. And also, I heard if you don't smile a lot, then you go bald. That's why y'all see me cheesing all the time. I'ma die with a head full of hair down to my shoulders like Prince, or Michael, or Kendrick, or Jesus.
Meanwhile, inside Richard Daddy's office, he's looking up Gia's employee file, and her records show that she went to Taeha High School in Busan. He picks up the phone and calls somebody. Hi, is this Ko-sal-jung? I wanted to confirm a reservation for this weekend. Busan Taeha High School reunion at 6? Oh, it's at 5:30 p.m. Okay, thank you. Now, wait a freaking minute. How does he know? How does he know that the boiling water was going to fall on her? How does he know that there's a high school?
Whoa, what? What? Who is Richard?
How does he know? How does he know that the boiling water was going to fall on her? How does he know that there's a high school reunion at the barbecue spot? How does he know?
Right.
So he found out that she's going to this restaurant this weekend.
And he
But
called?
at the same time, he knows there's a reunion going on in the
Yeah.
same place.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
How does he know? Then
Right.
Richard makes another call to his assistant. Hey, Dong-seok, can you find someone for me?
Dong-
He hangs up when Gia walks in through the door and she's got a
Sok.
box of painkillers in her hand. Your scar must really hurt. I heard if you feel even a little bit of pain, you should take painkillers preemptively. Did you take some? Your injury must hurt too, on your knee. I think you need this more than I do. Thank you, but I'm okay. Don't worry about it. Richard takes the box and splits them in half. Okay, El Chapo. Okay, and he gives her half the painkillers. They're over the counter, okay? I'm glad you prepared, but you need to take care of yourself first.
Yeah, I should do
He
like
hands
a
her the
like
other
a
half, and
like
she
a-
walks out. And guess who's watching this all through the glass window?
Stacy.
Michael,
Ooh.
who angrily texts Gia to meet him in the storage room now. She starts walking to the storage room, and Michael grabs her arm and drags her in. And in the storage room, he's like, "Did you dump me for Richard?" What? He's young. He's the general manager. He's hot. So you think he's got the power, huh? That's what you think, right? But you only know half the story, you sneaky little temptress. I told you, for men, you need to look at their looks and their sense. Why are you
What, nigga?
smirking? Why are you laughing? What? You got something going on with him? Gia apologizes in her head to Richard because she's about to throw him under the bus. She's got a plan. Gia needs to be back with Michael. Stacy needs to steal her fate, but Stacy only wants what Gia has. So if Gia is not with Michael, Stacy will not steal her fate.
Good. I'm glad you.
Ah.
Okay, Gia. I'm glad that you really thinking like you supposed. Okay. Good. So she understands the game fully. Let's not play dumb here. This is our second chance to really get the life that we want. We have to be quite careful. What's that quote, Tribe, about when you step on a butterfly and the screams of that tiny creature will echo throughout time? Oh, I don't think that was the quote, bro. Can butterflies scream? Did you know butterflies are often the first to feed on corpses? Yes, they are like vultures.
Think what? You got something going on with him?
Hell yeah.
Gia apologizes
Me, him
in her
smashing
head
butts.
to Richard because she's about to throw him under the bus. She's got a plan.
Whoa,
Gia
pause.
needs to be back with Michael. Stacy needs to steal her fate, but Stacy only wants what Gia has. So if Gia is not with Michael, Stacy will not steal her fate.
Facts. This is factual information.
Ah, because Richard asked me to bring him a Band-Aid? He asked you for a Band-Aid? That crazy old fart. How could he do that to someone who's obviously hurt? How sadistic. I'm not going to stand for this. Michael starts storming out. I don't know what he thinks he's going to do, but Gia stops him. Michael, I asked to break up because our relationship just wasn't the same as it used to be. She starts shaking her shoulders back and forth. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. She's like trying to gag, okay? What do you mean? What is it? Were you upset because you thought I wasn't into you anymore? I want a relationship that everyone's envious of. I wish you were someone that I could be proud of and any woman would want to steal. What? Who cares what other people think? Our feelings are what matter. Gia, I thought you were being silly, but I was wrong.
Like, right.
Fine. I'll pay you more attention from now on.
What?
Now let's make up. Okay. She claps like, okay, and is trying to walk out, but he grabs her and pushes her up against the wall again for the 20th time in this show. Oh my God. He's trying to do it. Stop, we're at work. So No one's coming. Someone's gonna come. I can hear them. No, they're not. He tries to go in for the kiss, and his phone starts ringing. Wait, you have a call coming. Oh, it's just my mom reminding me to take my meds. Ignore it. He goes in for a kiss, but luckily for Gia, Mrs. Yang, the other married employee, remember? She was actually supposed to be manager, but manager Kim, the evil guy, stole her promotion. She walks in, Michael runs out, and Gia is left there holding a wrench. Yeah, she was gonna whack him if nobody came in.
Oh, yeah, good
Miss
shit.
Yang is alone with Gia, and she says, I know it's not my place, but even between lovers, unwanted physical contact is bad.
Right.
Gia
Factual.
doesn't say anything, but she's very
This
shaken.
is-
Sorry,
This is something people need to like digest. Even between lovers, unwanted physical contact is not okay.
Yeah, she was gonna whack him if nobody came in. Miss Yang is alone with Gia, and she says, I know it's not my place, but even between lovers, unwanted physical contact is bad. Gia doesn't say anything, but she's very shaken. Sorry, I don't want to overstep, but I was just reminded
Mrs.
of
Wang,
my past.
you
I have a
on
lot of
some real
regrets,
shit.
and Gia, you seem like a smart person.
Facts.
Don't make the same mistakes that I did.
Factual.
They walk
She
out
is.
together, and it's lunchtime in the office. Michael asks Gia what she wants for lunch, and Stacy responds, like, ma'am, he's not talking to you. Gia, let's go get Indian food. I'm craving curry. Oh, sorry, Stacy. I'm broke lately. They have stir-fried pork at the cafeteria, so I'm just going to eat that. But if you're craving curry, Michael could take you to get Indian food. It's fine. If you want to eat stir-fried pork, then I'll eat it too. They all agree to eat in the cafeteria, but Gia can sense Stacy is upset that she's not getting the food that she wants. And she remembers this moment from 10 years ago. Stacy took out her anger by, quote, accidentally making Gia trip, getting food spilled all over her and embarrassing her in front of the whole freaking cafeteria. And now Gia's staring at Stacy as she's piling up the juiciest kimchi onto her plate with the soupiest red pork soups.
I like kimchi.
She's getting ready to trip her.
Right.
It is so clear.
Bro, this girl is evil.
Right.
But
right.
this time, Gia is prepared. Even 10 years ago, Gia knew what Stacy was doing, but she put up with it because she thought that Stacy was the only one that she had. But not
What?
anymore. Gia is
Hold on. So you knew Gia? You said that, bro. You know, embarrassment in front of the whole company because this girl just wanted us some food, that Indian expensive food. I should try some Indian food, low key. I feel like it'd probably be busting.
But this time, Gia is prepared. Even 10 years ago, Gia knew what Stacy was doing, but she put up with it because she thought that Stacy was the only one that she had, but not anymore. Gia is prepared for Stacy to trip her, so she moves out of the way, sticks out her foot, and Stacy trips instead. Stacy trips and takes down Michael with her, spilling all of her red food on Michael. Stacy looks shocked and horrified. Oh no! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. Michael's pissed. His shirt is designer and there's red sauce all over it.
Oh my god.
Gia takes a moment, smirking, and then she turns around. Babe, are you hurt? Isn't this your favorite shirt? Authentique? It's all ruined now. What do we do? Oh, give me a napkin. Napkin, right. Gia goes to the bathroom to grab napkins, and she hears a voice from one of the stalls. Excuse me, is someone there? I need some help. Do you need a sanitary pad? Yes. Just a moment, I'll get it for you. She grabs a pad and the girl walks out of the stall. It's Hannah, the girl that sits in front of Gia in the cubicles. She's
What
gonna
the
be
hell
very
is that?
important, okay? But they never
Oh,
really
okay.
talked. They were just coworkers.
Montana?
Hannah is profusely thanking Gia. Thank you so much. I was wondering who saved my life, and it's already somebody that I know. And I promise that I'm gonna pay you back properly one day. Oh, there's no need for that. It was nothing. And oh, Hannah, let me see. She turns Hannah around and there's blood on Hannah's white pants. Gia takes off her own sweater, wraps it around Hannah's waist, covering up the stain. And Hannah's eyes are wide. She's covering her mouth. She's in love. This is her superwoman moment. And Hannah is fainting. Hannah is like the comical best friend, okay? Hannah's fainting. How are you so nice? You're an incredible Samaritan. I
Facts,
thought they don't
though.
even exist anymore. This is the type of kindness that you really only see in films. You are the
Facts.
light of my life. You're my savior. And you're so pretty. And you're pretty and kind.
Oh, okay.
And she was laughing. Were you always this? Was this always your personality? That's a lot, but I think anyone else would have done what I did. No, they wouldn't have. Someone came in before you did, and I sincerely asked for help, but she just grumbled, finished her business, and left.
Damn.
Really now?
What type of?
Have you eaten? I noticed that we never shared a meal
It's
together.
a
Would you like to
horrible
join us for lunch
workplace.
today?
Except for Mr.
So
Daddy
Gia brings
Richie,
Hannah to the
Richie,
table.
Rich,
So now
Ray,
it's Gia,
Richard.
Hannah, Stacy, and Michael. Michael with the stains on his shirt, Michael. I mean, I hate this man, okay? Stacy
Shit
doesn't
stains
like that
on-
Hannah is smiling at Gia. Gia, what took you so long? You were just going to grab napkins, no? I found Hannah in the restroom and she had an emergency. Babe, is your shirt okay? Is it ruined? And in our dialogue, Gia's thinking to herself, I bet Michael's fucking pissed. He begged me for a year to buy that shirt. I'm really sorry, Michael. I'll buy you another one. It's fine. It's just a shirt. Don't worry about it. Hannah looks over. Isn't that a luxury brand? Authentique? That shirt must be like $1,300. Michael laughs. And Gia says, oh, no, don't worry, Stacy. It's not that much. Just like $1,200. Oh, wow. I just don't have that kind of money. I'm just a temporary employee.
Who
And
said that?
Stacy, she's
Yeah.
looking up at Michael, giving him flirty eyes. And Michael's like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Just eat. Is it really okay? You're so competent. You're always so generous. You're the best. Tigo, the best. Yeah, I got a lot of shirts at home. Don't worry about it, Stacy. Stacy, you're also the best. Please eat. I wanted this to happen. Oh, it smells so good.
What is
The
happening?
best.
What? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Why? Stop! Bad! Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not do that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. We might have to. Wait, so this started off as a webtoon? Do we read the webtoon? I feel like that's too deep in. Let me see what the show is looking like first. If the show is so good that, you know, I'm like, bro, what does the webtoon look like? I bet. Then we gonna see what the webtoon look like. Let me just watch like an episode. What is this on? Bro, like if they're all connected, I have to see how this shit ends, bro. I'm gonna get too invested. Oh no. Why did y'all do this?
You're always so generous. You're the best. Tigo, the best. Yeah, I got a lot of shirts at home. Don't worry about it, Stacy. Stacy, you're also the best. Please eat. I wanted this to happen. Oh, it smells so good. Best.
The shit stain smell good.
You're so generous, Michael. And they're both giggling and smiling at each other, basically flirting. We call it a sing show in Korean. You know what a sing show is? It's like, bro, I don't even know what I'm looking at. That's what a sing show is. You see two people and you're like, wow, they're doing
In public?
something, okay?
It right here in front of me.
There's something. They're not on this planet. Hannah is disgusted as well because everybody in the office knows that Gia and Michael are dating, but she starts digging in and Hannah is eating like a normal person. And Michael points it out. Wow, Hannah, you can really put it away. Yeah, you've got quite the appetite. How can a woman eat so much? That's
Shut your
Stacy.
stupid ass up.
Women or men, we all have to eat to do important work.
Oh,
My
God.
grandfather taught me that. So, does your grandfather do important work? He sells bean sprouts, tofu, and seasonings. So he sells side dishes.
But
Gia cuts in.
tofu's
You must
fire,
get your
though.
energy from him. Koreans get energy from food. That's right. Correct. That's where I get it from. Stacy pouts at her food. As a picky eater, I am doomed then. I wish I could eat like Gia. Come to think of it, Gia can pretty much stomach anything. She could digest steel. Isn't that right, Gia? Gia kind of rolls her eyes. Right. Michael looks amused and disgusted that his girlfriend consumes food. Like, wait till this guy finds out that girls take shits, okay? Crazy. And he's
What? Oh my god, bro. I dead ass feel like there are probably some niggas that like are so lost that they don't understand that girls are literally just as they're regular people, bro. They're just regular people with different neurons, bro. Different levels of emotions and shit. Different ways of thinking. So they basically like aliens.
I wish I could eat like Gia. Come to think of it, Gia can pretty much stomach anything. She could digest steel. Isn't that right, Gia? Gia kind of rolls her eyes. Right. Michael looks amused and disgusted that his girlfriend consumes food. Like, wait till this guy finds out that girls take shits, okay? Crazy. And he's like, really, Gia? Well, now that I think about it, I remember one day we went out to go eat soup. She eats like an old man, like an ajashi, just gobbling it up. Hey, ajashi. He's like taunting her, calling her ajashi. Stacy's like, Michael, you shouldn't say that to her. You need to love her no matter what. Also, this is literally how she fucking talks. I'm just letting you know. Don't get annoyed at me, okay?
I was like, low-key, I was like, okay, you can stop imitating her voice. But, oh my God. Like, this is just her tone of voice, bro.
Also, this is literally how she fucking talks. I'm just letting you know. Don't get annoyed at me, okay? Michael's like, right, love's important. Gia, you're lucky to have a friend like Stacy. Gia starts straight up choking on her rice, okay? And Hannah gets up. I'll bring you some water. Stacy speaks up. Mine too. What? Why? Since you're going anyway. Michael cuts in. Oh, me as well. Hannah smiles. Okay. Since you came to work anyway, could you do my job too? And she walks off. And Stacy's like, what the hell? That little brat, how dare she talk to me like
stupid
that?
ass up.
Stacy, don't talk about Hannah that way.
Right.
We're at work.
Right.
Hannah is young, but she's the same rank as you.
Mm.
Stacy's in shock, and Gia realizes that it's too obvious that she fucking hates their guts. So she catches herself and says, I'm gonna have a conversation about it with her. Michael pipes in. Yeah, talk to her, will you, babe? She's so rude. Unbelievable. You know what? I'll go now. Michael, do you mind staying with Stacy? She's such a picky eater that she's not gonna eat unless someone helps her. She's not like me. I can eat anything. Bye. And she just walks off. She goes to find Hannah. Hannah, I'm sorry. I cleared your tray. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm sorry for lashing out. I should have bit my tongue. I recognized her voice right away, though. The woman who ignored me in the restroom, it was Stacy. So after lunch, Stacy and Michael are taking the elevator back to the office. And Stacy's like, I think Gia's angry. They're waiting for the elevator. I think it's because I ruined your shirt. Come on, you know she's not like that. Gia is worried about you and your eating earlier. She cares so much about you. You think so? She's so indifferent sometimes. She doesn't know how much I care about her. The elevator doors open and they get shoved into the elevator with like 20 other people. And of course, Michael is forced to basically dry hump Stacy, and Stacy seems to really like it. But Michael, he looks very uncomfortable, but not because he doesn't like it and he has a girlfriend and he's loyal and this is his girlfriend's best friend, but because he looks like he's about to create his own brand of coffee creamer in the elevator.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I didn't know how else to put it. The man looks like he's about to burst, okay? The elevator opens, more people come in, and they're basically pushed up on each other, and they're facing each other. So Stacy, she's got this evil look in her face, and she leans in even more and whispers in his ear, this is so awkward, but you smell really good. What perfume do you use?
In the middle of an elevator?
Yeah.
What?
And then she leans back and smells so good. And she's like whispering to him. They get to the office meeting where Hannah is passing out proposal sheets.
Why
for
these
everyone,
niggas so
and Manager
horny?
Kim walks
Like-
in. What the hell is this? These are
You're
the
balding.
materials for the meeting? I told you not to do this. Oh my God. Can anyone in this room do anything right? Can't you show more respect for your work? What is this?
It's because you're bald.
Gia thinks to herself, when someone is incompetent, they make a big deal over small things that they actually know how to do, like staples. Pick me, Stacy chimes in the meeting. Hannah, you have to staple it diagonally, like this, at an angle. Staple? Exactly my point, Stacy. You know your stuff. Hannah, go and print them again. All of it? That's such a waste of paper. Exactly. Several trees were wasted because of you. I want you to understand that. Stacy gets up. I'm sure they understand, Mr. Kim. Gia, why don't you get the manager some coffee? And Stacy cozies up to the manager, Kim. Sir, will you take a look at my proposal? I need to become a full-time employee. Maybe we could get some air while we look at it. Manager Kim is looking at Stacy's legs and he's getting all flustered. Stacy's leaning down so that he can see a bit more into her shirt. She's unbuttoned the top button.
Stacy knows how to play the game.
Yeah, that's a good idea. They go out and Stacy's like, I have a secret I need to tell you, Mr. Kim. A secret? I need to get a full-time position at this company, and I have this idea, and I can't seem to organize my thoughts. I could help you with that. Really? Thank you so much. It's nothing. I mean, there's so many hags and ugly women at this company. They're just discouraging for our team. We urgently need a full-time employee like you.
Yo, this nigga's a piece of
Stop
shit.
it.
Like,
You're so funny, Mr. Kim. Meanwhile, Gia decides to talk to Mrs. Yang on the rooftop about her meal kit proposal since Manager Kim does not take her seriously. And Mrs. Yang is like the right-hand employee. She's like the next higher up. Single household meal kit. Is this not the proposal that Mr. Kim rejected? What's the point of me looking at it again? Please just read it for me. And if you still don't like it, then we'd never have to talk about it again. She's plotting something. But so is Richard. Richard is scurrying around town trying to snoop around in Gia's life. He's hunting down a guy named Chef Elby. He's like
Bro,
a Michelin.
what's okay? This is like there's a lot of plot lines happening right now, bro. So Stacy is cozying up to Mr. Kim. Gia is cozying up to Miss Wang. Or not even cozying up, but plotting. Gia is also making a plan involving Miss Wang. And Richard is now looking into Gia's life and hunting down who?
Again. So is Richard. Richard is scurrying around town trying to snoop around in Gia's life. He's hunting down a guy named Chef Elby. He's like a Michelin star chef who used to go to the same school as Gia. He was actually Gia's very first crush in high school. So there's that. I don't know why he's going out. I don't know if he's going to knock them out all one by one, all the men in Gia's life. It's weird. It seems like he's trying to convince Elby to attend the reunion party at the barbecue spot. So the next day, Gia and Hannah are eating lunch together when Gia gets a message on her phone. Hannah, I'm so sorry. Something came up at work. I have to go back to the office. You want me to eat all of this on my own? Oh my God, you can't keep giving me gifts like this. Are you free on Sunday? We need to hang out so that I can pay you back. Sunday? Oh, I don't think I can on Sunday. Why? Do you have plans? I do have plans. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go. What kind of plans is it? School reunion? Oh, then you have to go. You should go see your first love and then get disappointed and then move on with your life. Isn't that what's the point of school reunions? Yeah, but no one even knows where my first love lives or where he is. Plus, I wasn't very popular at school, so why go and dig up a shameful past? But isn't that more reason to go? Like, if you don't go, the shameful will remain the shameful. But if you go, you fix it, and it just becomes a part of your history.
I mean,
Gia's like, I'll think about it. She runs back to work and bumps into Richard in the lobby. Okay, well, she doesn't really bump into him, right? But they walk past each other, and he's desperately looking like he wants to say something, but he doesn't know what to say. So they just, like, walk around. And then she turns around and says, Sir, you asked me if I was free on Sunday. If it's urgent, I can come in for work if you need. Didn't you have plans? I do, but it's not as important as work. Work comes first, and I think that's how I want to go about it. You come first, Miss Kang. Well, to be honest, I was debating whether or not I wanted to go to the original plans. You should go.
That's some smooth shit right there, though. Hold on. That was nice. You come first, Miss Kang. Hey. Can't tell me that wouldn't have your knees watering.
It's not
I'm
as
telling
important
you.
as work. Work comes first, and I think that's how I want to go about it. You come first, Miss Kang. Well, to be honest, I was debating whether or not I wanted to go to the original plans. You should go. Just remember that you owe me. And he walks off. So cryptic. But Gia got plans. Okay, so she runs up to the rooftop where Mrs. Yang is standing with her proposal. This is good. You read it? Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Do you want to do it together? That's not how things work in this company. Mr. Kim has a different perspective than us. He hasn't even read it, Mrs. Yang. That scoundrel, What? I watched him just pretend to flip through it. He pretended to read it. This isn't the first time either. I see him shoot down your ideas all the time. He barely works. He does whatever he wants here, and he thinks that's power. He just flips through proposals while watching TV to act like he's doing something. Ever since he hit on you and you turned him down, he opposes every single thing that you say.
Damn.
No,
Damn.
There's no way. It's work.
No.
Gia realizes that Mrs. Yang has been gaslit for so long to even realize the truth. I know he was promoted to manager after he turned in your proposal with his name on it. And Gia's thinking, just like Stacy became a full-time employee with her proposal. She remembers the past. And Mrs. Yang is like, he's my superior. It's normal that the manager takes credit for the entire team's work. But you've never done that. I'm confident in this proposal, Mrs. Yang. You know that this is a good proposal. But Mr. Kim rejected it. Okay, if I can prove to you that Mr. Kim hasn't read my proposal to begin with, he rejected it on Monday. I'm going to turn it in again today without changing a single word, just the font, just the color. And once you're sure that he hasn't read it, will you do this with me? What? Okay, yeah. Mrs. Yang and Gia shake hands. It's a deal. So Gia goes to her desk, changes the font and colors of her proposal, none of the words or the graphs, and goes up to Manager Kim's desk in front of everyone, including Mrs. Yang, and submits in her edited proposal. Mr. Kim, will you look over this? It's the new edited version. The title is exactly the same. Meal kit proposal for single households. Are you messing with me? He flips through it. The proposal that you gave me last time. I don't believe this. The proposal that you gave me last week was so much better than this, huh? How did it get worse? Come on, I've seen bad workers, but you're just fucking terrible. You're just lazy. If you're too lazy to work, then why don't you just do me a favor and quit instead of torturing me like this? Oh my gosh, Mr. Kim, I'm so sorry. I accidentally gave you the same proposal for Monday. The new proposal is on my desk. Here's the new one. This one. Mr. Kim looks dumbfounded and everyone is looking at him and he looks shy all of a sudden. They're all whispering around the office. He didn't even recognize it was the same one. He really doesn't work. He never fails to disappoint us, huh? A few minutes later, Gia and Mrs. Yang meet in the break room and they share a cup of coffee. Okay, I was hesitant, but now I realize that even the title was the same and he didn't get it. Now I get why things never went my way. I just can't believe it. How did I trust and work for someone like him for so long?
Piece of shite.
I know. I told you, Mrs. Yang. He doesn't work, but
Crikey.
you and I are going to kill this meal kit. It's going to be huge.
Oh.
Quick, easy,
I thought she was
consumable
going to
meals
say
for
kill
people.
him.
Hannah walks in and she's given a cup of coffee too. They all cheers and Stacy is watching angrily through the glass wall. She feels jealous, so she decides to take matters into her own hands and invites Mr. Kim out for dinner after work. Girl is hustling for this full-time employment. She meets with him at a barbecue spot. So, Stacy, why'd you ask me on a date after work? Because of the secret. The secret I was telling you about. Whew, the word secret gets me so excited. Wait, didn't you say that you had pork for lunch? That's 2 pork meals in a row. Doesn't that suck for you? Oh, no, not at all, Mr. Kim. Korean pork is the most yummy thing in the world. Behind her, there's a sign on the wall that says all the pork is imported. So.
Oh, wait, what? Why does it suck for Stacy if she eats pork twice in a day?
I was telling you about. Whew, the word secret gets me so excited. Wait, didn't you say that you had pork for lunch? That's 2 pork meals in a row. Doesn't that suck for you? Oh, no, not at all, Mr. Kim. Korean pork is the most yummy thing in the world. Behind her, there's a sign on the wall that says all the pork is imported. So. Stacy, you're such a nice woman. Stop it. No, my friend Gia is much better than me. Kim starts choking on his food. Why do you always have to bring that girl up? Do you like her that much? I just can't understand woman. Well, she's different from me. She went to Korea University in Seoul. She's smart, ambitious. Korea University? So what? Kids from there only know how to study. In the real world, they're useless. Her proposal was ridiculous and not realistic at all. I bet she doesn't think that way. She'll say that you won't appreciate it and that you have bad taste. That's what she'll think. I have bad taste? Listen, Stacy, you must be insecure about your academic background. Don't be like that. University, it's all pointless. I mean, I'm just saying, her idea could be good. I mean, it's really messy, but the idea could be good. You should take it. We could develop it together. I think it'll be a hit. With you? Together? Yeah, Gia would ruin it if she had to develop it. But with your skills and experience, I feel like this could be my ticket to a full-time offer. Oh gosh, I feel so comfortable around you to tell you stuff like this about work. It's like we're more than just coworkers. Mr. Kim immediately starts having a vision of Stacy giving birth in the hospital and them having a whole ass family together, getting married, moving in together, and his crusty ass is falling for everything Stacy is saying. Tell me more about this proposal. Tell Oppa everything. Sure, let's drink first. Cheers.
What
Meanwhile,
mean again?
Michael is bowling with the dudes and he's complaining about how Stacy is Gia's friend,
Bowling
so he
with the
can't even
dudes.
try and sleep with her.
Hold on, I gotta go use the bathroom. Bowling with the dudes. That don't sound as cool like it's like gaming with the pros. Yeah, that sounds way cooler than bowling with the dudes. Oh, I'm a nerd. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Damn.
Meanwhile, Michael is bowling with the dudes and he's complaining about how Stacy is Gia's friend, so he can't even try and sleep with her. But his friends are like, nah, bruh, just do it. She seems into you too, so just go for it. But he's going crazy. Michael's like, I need some girls to sleep with. What about Gia, your actual girlfriend?
Right.
She's just marriage material, you know? What are you even talking about, bro? She's nice, she's frugal, and she takes care of my parents. She works hard for money, and then she doesn't spend it. How's that for marriage material? You know? That is,
That's so fucked up. So he
That's
actually
like-
sees her just
yeah,
good enough for a wife.
yeah,
That's it. That's the only reason he wants
yeah.
to date her.
That's it.
That is crazy.
That's like so
And the
wrong.
guys are like, actually, that is the definition of a perfect wife.
Guys are like, valid.
Valid.
Hey, that's a real
worth,
nigga.
But also,
Worth.
perfectly fucking boring. That's what it is. She reads the company outlook report. Nobody fucking reads that. I bet she's at work right now.
Oh
Like
my
the
God.
vision.
Yeah. I bet she's at work right now looking over her documents, fixing her glasses like this. Ugh. At the same time, that is what she's doing. Yeah. Meanwhile, Stacy's talking shit about Gia to their manager.
But she's a
and
good-ass
Gia's at her
worker,
desk
though.
Fixing her glasses, and she sees a little gift bag on her desk from Authentique, the luxury brand that everyone on this show is freaking obsessed with for some
Right.
reason. I don't
Is that a
know.
real brand?
I don't know if it's a real brand that sponsored the shit out of this show.
Or is it a fake brand?
I can't tell.
Oh.
Because also the name
Interesting.
Authentique is like kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like it's like
'Cause-
having a designer brand and naming it very real, I promise.
Right,
It's like,
right.
okay.
Authentic. It's just
Designer.
French for authentic.
Designer. So she opens it up and it's a pair of diamond earrings with a
Designer.
card that reads, I got these for you to match with me. Couple earrings. Wear them for our dinner date on Sunday. Your eternal love, your other half, Stacy. Gia gets a flashback to her past life where she went to that Chosaryang restaurant, the Korean barbecue restaurant, expecting it to really just be a dinner date between her and Stacy. She wore super casual clothes and she was traumatized to find out that Stacy lied. It was not a casual dinner date, okay? It was a high school reunion and all of Gia's bullies were there and laughing at her for wearing a tracksuit, sweatpants, hoodie to the reunion.
Bro.
In the flashback,
Hold on, you supposed to show up to your high school reunion in like a suit or something? I'm showing up in shorts with a blunt and like, bro, I ain't showing up in no suit and nothing, bro. What am I like? Who am I dressing up for? People that I barely remember, low key. That's crazy, bro. I dead ass have forgotten about a lot of like my high school like the names of some of the people I knew in high school, bro. No, there was one. That's funny. I know one, and his name is Richard. Wait, was his name Richard? I think it was. Oh boy, I think there was a nigga named Drew. Oh, I had a high school teacher named Miss Pope. Hey. Oh, and there was another like high school counselor named Miss Tracy. Hey, I remember some of the teachers now. Don't get it twisted. This is some of the students. There was a high school counselor named Miss Tracy. She was like closer to our age. And you know, I was a high school jit. So the emotions was, bro, they were so bad. Oh my goodness. To this day. To this day, bro. Bad as hell. I can't say that.
sweatpants, hoodie to the reunion.
Bro.
In the flashback, yeah.
You can make fun of someone for wearing tracksuits?
Oh yeah, Korea, like you really don't. You do dress up a bit more, especially for reunions. It's kind of weird. But
Really?
you wouldn't make fun of them, so I don't know why they're doing that. But it
Yeah.
is
Right.
like out of place for sure. But still, I don't know why you would make fun of someone.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd
How
just
does
be
it
like,
make us
oh, they're
giggle it like
underdressed,
that?
or, oh, they're overdressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
In the flashback, Gia takes Stacy aside to confront her. Are we not eating alone? I thought this was just us. I didn't think you'd come if I told you what was really going on. Come on, we're in our 30s now. Forget about the past. Let's go see all of our old friends. Gia panics and runs to the bathroom to hide in the bathroom stall, which, same. Okay, moments later, her three biggest bullies from high school that we're just going to call Regina, Gretchen, and Karen from Mean Girls because they're NPCs. They don't have names, okay? And Gia, and they're talking about Gia. Gia's got some balls showing up here when she's got no friends. Did you see her? She looks like she's broke. She must be here to get free food. Still,
Damn, talk about like someone living rent free in your head. It's been years, and the first thing y'all do is go to the bathroom and gossip about. So lame.
Gia's got some balls showing up here when she's got no friends. Did you see her? She looks like she's broke. She must be here to get free food.
Broke.
Still, how's she hanging out with Stacy? Stacy's such a softie. Clearly, Gia doesn't look like she can afford a place like this without Stacy. As this is happening, Gia gets flashbacks to the mean girls bullying her in high school by pouring milk all over her hair, and Stacy would stand up to the bullies by telling them, "Guys, stop. Don't do that. We shouldn't be doing this." In the restaurant bathroom, the mean girls are still shit talking. Stacy is way too nice. We have to protect her. Did you see Gia's earrings? I could tell it was a knockoff from a mile away. Ever since high school, Gia has been copying our Stacy. Wait, Gia wasn't at her seat earlier. The girls start aggressively kicking open the doors of the bathroom stalls until they kick open Gia's stall where she's sitting curled up on the toilet. Why are you hiding in here, you sly little bitch, pretending like you're not actually here? Gia wakes up from her traumatic memories like she's waking up from a nightmare. She's working late. She's the only one left at the office. She grabs Stacy's present and heads out, and her phone is blowing up. It's Stacy. "You've been really distant lately. I'm sad about it, Gia. And I'm not just saying this because I'm drunk. I'm being serious right now. I'm going to sleep over tonight. We can spend the whole weekend together and then go to Kosudong on Sunday for our dinner date." On her way out, she bumps into Richard. "Are you leaving?" "Yes. Are you just getting back to work?" "I have some things that need to be taken care of." "I see. Well, I should get going now. Thank you." "Wait, just a moment." He stops her and he's staring at that bag in her hands. "Oh, this? I got them as a gift." "Those are counterfeit. People who can tell, can tell. You shouldn't wear those." Gia gets a flashback in her past life where she was wearing them in the elevator, and Richard told her those were fake and she shouldn't wear those.
Bro, who is Richard? How does he know this stuff? Hey, bro, we need to talk about that nigga Ray. We need to talk about Richard. Can we talk about like the fact that he is, first of all, seemingly Gia's soulmate, because he has, I mean, what is he researching Gia's old exes for? Once we understand that reason, then, you know, we could double down on the soulmate, like perfect for each other, because he has saved her, has been protecting her, has taken care of her. Like, come on, bro, who is this nigga?
Gia gets a flashback in her past life where she was wearing them in the elevator, and Richard told her those were fake and she shouldn't wear those because people can tell. And she thought that he was just being an ass.
Oh, this did happen in the past too.
But now she's realizing it seems like he just wanted to protect her.
Right. Okay, never mind.
Sorry. I mean, thank you. Shall I take you home? What? It's very late. Oh, no, it's fine. The buses are still running. I would like to take you home. I'll have to decline. I have plans with my boyfriend.
Oh.
No.
Why would she say that?
Listen, I'm so stressed. When I saw this scene, I was so stressed, okay?
Why
but
would
she's gotta play the game. Someone needs to steal her fate.
But
I really try to be health conscious, but these days I never know what sources I can trust. Like, maybe that's on me for getting my information on TikTok, but there's so many trending diets and they're constantly changing. Like, 1 week, eggs are bad for you and you need to be plant-based. Next,
I'm telling y'all, 3 sips of WD-40 a day gonna keep the doctor knocking on your door.
so Gia heads home, and on her way, she stops at the liquor store to buy some hard liquor. She invited both Stacy and Michael to her apartment, and her plan is to get them both wasted and just have it hurry up. Hook up already. Let's get to it. You know what I mean? Let's get it moving. She figures it's gotta happen anyway, so let's just rip the bandage off. But when she gets home, she doesn't expect to find Michael already there showering and flexing in the bathroom mirror. Meanwhile, Stacy decides not to come over.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because Stacy texted Gia all of these hearts, cute emojis, and then Gia just texted her back, "Okay then, come over." And Stacy was like, "No emoji? I'm not coming over."
Bruh.
And Gia's like, "Fuck, now I'm alone with Michael." And Michael is in the bathroom fully naked except a towel. And she turns around and Michael is leaning up against the wall in just a towel. "Hey, babe. You got here pretty fast. I thought it would take you longer.
Back your
I can't wait
ass
to
up.
spend the night with you, so I took a taxi."
Back your ass.
You really didn't have to do that. He starts coming closer to her. "It's been such a long time, hasn't it?" He's grabbing her face. He's pushing her towards the bed. "Yeah, it really has. So I was thinking we should talk first." He pushes her on the bed, climbs on top. "Let's talk with our bodies. Let's put some clothes on." He pushes his stinky finger in front of her mouth. "Shh." We don't need it.
Hey, bro. Like, yeah, I would still think his finger is stinky despite the obvious fact that he literally just showered. Hell yeah, get your little stinky, nasty ass away from me. Back up. Yeah.
Let's put some clothes on. He pushes his stinky finger in front of her mouth. Shh. We don't need any clothes. Michael rips open his bath towel, completely exposes himself, and he kind of helicopters it. And Gia starts screaming, probably at the sight. She's horrified. She's never seen such a small wee wee before. Just when we think something really bad is about to happen, there's a knock at the door. She throws him onto the bed, runs to the door, and opens it. Hi there, delivery from Fry Me. Did you order hot fried chicken, spicy chicken, and salty soy sauce chicken?
Oh, that sounds good as hell.
Michael, did you order delivery? Oh, wait, I got it wrong. You got the fried chicken, spicy chicken, and soy sauce chicken, not the salty soy sauce chicken, and the large fries and the cola are on the house.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
Michael puts on his pants and he's butting in. Hey, bro, we didn't order anything, okay? Just get lost. Just a second. Was it cider, not cola? Didn't you hear me? We didn't order anything. Get lost.
I mean, I
But
did.
This is the address, apartment 401. Michael runs out and he's now face to face with the delivery driver.
That was
I
almost
don't
my
care.
address.
Just hurry up and go. Like, this man is trying to do it tonight, okay? And the delivery man is like, wait, I have to check first. Just a moment. The delivery man moves away from the door and he pulls out his phone, and Gia uses this opportunity to push Michael out into the hallway and lock the apartment door so that he can't get back inside.
No way.
And he's screaming, Gia, what the hell? Open the door. I'm not the delivery man. Open the door. Gia texts Michael, I'm very flustered by your actions today. What do you think of our relationship? I think I need some space. Sorry. What is she talking about? Are you sick or something? Just open the door. What's wrong with you? She texts him, just give me some time, please. I'm so sorry. Michael yells, I'm leaving, okay? I'm leaving. Jesus Christ, you're so weird. She quickly opens the door and throws his shoes at him into the hallway and then closes it again. What the hell? He goes back up to the door. Gia, listen. I know you're not easy, okay? I love your soul more than I love your body. There's nothing to see with your body anyway. You're all skin and bones. So don't misunderstand. It wasn't like that.
What
Anyway.
type of...
Good night. He puts on his shoes and walks out. Where we see at the corner of the building, hiding, is the delivery man spying on Michael with Richard. And the delivery man is like, that guy creeps me out. I was thinking about going back if he didn't come out. Did you think I did a good job, though? Yes, you did a great job. I felt like a spy. It was kind of fun. But why are we doing this? Through a series of flashbacks,
Like,
we
what?
see that Richard has been busy pulling some strings behind the scenes. He tracked down Elby, the chef, who had a huge crush on Gia in high school, but for whatever reason, they never got back together. But they never ended up dating. And now we find out the reason a little bit. So we see young Elby approaching a nerdy teenage Gia who looks confused because Elby's so mad. What did I do that was so bad, huh? Even regardless of what I did, you shouldn't be like this. From now on, don't ever act like you know me. Gia's so confused. We don't have no idea what happened.
What?
But afterwards, after getting rejected, I guess, Elby's so heartbroken that he never dated another woman. He became reclusive. He just focused on his culinary passion. We find out that Elby even wears a fake wedding ring so that women won't even attempt to flirt with him. He became the head chef at a luxurious restaurant in Seoul, close to Gia's workplace, but they never crossed paths until recently. And Richard somehow found out all of this and went to Elby's restaurant to convince Elby to attend the high school reunion. And it sounds ridiculous because these are like 30-year-olds we're talking about. But it does kind of come together because we're finally getting to the reunion. Korean barbecue restaurant. Stacy walks into the restaurant wearing a sophisticated looking pink suit. Is it Chanel? We'll never know. It's probably not. It's one of those like old money aesthetics, like trying to be, right? Listen, I actually think it's really cute, but I hate her, so it's fine. And everyone from Stacy's old high school is just fawning over her. Stacy, is that you? You look so pretty. Oh my God, you've always been so pretty. You're so cute. You haven't changed at all. Everybody, Stacy's here.
Your breath stank.
Sit. You look so classy. Ever since you got that promotion at the big company, your whole vibe has changed. You look like a classy city lady now.
So Stacy is the popular girl that
Yeah.
everyone likes.
A classy
And
city lady?
Gia is the nerdy girl that gets bullied.
Yeah.
So why is Stacy so obsessed with Gia though? That's so odd.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a great
don't
question.
know.
We'll
Mr.
find
Husband,
out.
Mango, human, not
Oh,
Mango.
I got lucky, guys. Gia supported me a lot through my promotion. Ugh, you still hang out with her? She's my other half. You're too soft. You're still a pushover. What's Gia up to nowadays? Does she still sponge off of you? She's modest, but she's gotten prettier actually. She's coming later. I called her. She's coming here? Be nice to her when she shows up, guys. She's having a hard time. And why is that? Remember how I put in a referral and got her a contract job at UNK? Now she has a crush on Michael. Michael? Isn't that the guy that you're dating? It's not like that. So basically, Stacy lied and told all of these high school friends that she has Gia's life, that she's like at this rank at UNK, but it's not her rank. That's actually Gia's rank.
She freaking peaked in high school.
Yeah. Exactly. And Stacy's like, oh, it's not what you think. It's complicated. Please don't bring it up to her, guys. That bitch is at it again, trying to steal your man, trying to steal your life. Wait, guys, please. She's calling me right now. Hey, Gia, where are you? Let me know if you can't find it and I'll come outside and get you. And Gia says behind her, actually, I'm right behind you. And in comes Gia with a fully new hairstyle, cut into a chic bob, beautiful dress, dressed like a supermodel in high heels. But how? Earlier that day, she's trying on all the clothes in her closet and they're all baggy shirts. She's got 2 makeup items in her drawer, a lipstick and a hot pink eyeshadow that she cannot use. And Gia's stressing about what to wear. I can't make myself pretty overnight. What do I do?
Richard.
And just like that,
Richard Daddy.
Cinderella! Gia gets a
Richard
text
Daddy is
message
crazy.
from Hannah. Yeah, I know you were expecting Richard. It's Hannah.
Huh?
Miss Kang, you said that you had
Like,
plans on Sunday, so how about we
low-key?
hang out tomorrow, Saturday?
Loki even
Gia
better.
and Hannah make plans to hang out in the city in front of the Authentique store. There's a pair of
I don't need no man. I got my best friend. That's some real shit. Hey, I feel that.
Gia and Hannah make plans to hang out in the city in front of the Authentique store. There's a pair of earrings in the storefront, and Gia realizes that they're the same ones that Stacy gifted her. But when she pulls out the pair to compare it, it's very obvious that Stacy gifted her a massive knockoff. Like, they only vaguely resemble the real ones. Gia's sad, because she realizes this indeed is happening again. And she's holding it, just feeling sadness for herself when Hannah runs up. My long-awaited date with you. Gia gets scared and drops her knockoff earrings. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Hannah leans down to pick them up and hands them back, but her face looks a little concerned this time. Oh, it's okay. They were just a gift. They're knockoffs. Yeah, Stacy gave them to me yesterday as a gift. I just
like
realized
Hannah,
right
bro.
now that they're knockoffs. Hannah flips her hair behind her ears and shows off her ears where she's wearing. Those are the real ones, right? Yeah, you can tell they shine differently, right? They're beautiful. Yeah, you can tell the difference. So I don't know if I'm delivering it well, but Hannah's not doing it in like a
No,
braggy
I can
way.
tell.
She
Yeah.
seems like that ditzy friend who just like loves to be nice to people.
Yeah, I can
So
tell.
is she very wealthy or something?
I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. It's all connected.
All everything?
So they go to a restaurant to eat spicy rice cakes and they're just chowing down on soju. And Hannah's like, so why did you quit drinking? It's so nice drinking with you. What do you mean? I drink a lot. You said that you didn't drink. You said that you quit drinking because of some sort of drunken mistake. Me? A drunken mistake?
Stacy.
Gia gets a flashback of herself getting so drunk, it seems like she cheated on her boyfriend in college. At least that's what implied, but we don't know for sure. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. So I stopped drinking for a little bit, but recently I was just so frustrated with Michael that I started. So you're saying because of your boyfriend you're drinking again? Not just because of my boyfriend, I guess. I realized that drinking in moderation is fine. Being scared of another mistake, it seems like a dumb idea to quit drinking. Do you want some fried dumplings? Yes, ma'am. Can we get 6 more fried dumplings over here? So the girls order 6 more dumplings and Hannah goes to fucking town. Like, this girl can actually eat and like slay and serve and eat and do it all over again.
Yeah.
I really like
feel
you,
it.
Hannah. You're bright and you're healthy. Is that where your name comes from? That's right. My name means joyous connection. Be a joyous connection to anyone. That's my motto. Okay, well, let's make a toast to a joyous connection.
That's
and
fire.
they start going to town on the food.
Hannah Montaigne.
I'm so glad that we met today instead of Sunday. Because on Sundays, we can't drink so much because we got work the next day. And, ooh, isn't your reunion tomorrow? Oh, yeah, that. I haven't decided if I wanted to go yet. To be honest, I wasn't just unpopular. I was bullied. What? You were bullied? Why? I don't know. One day everyone just hated me, so that made me feel small, and I ended up making mistakes, and everyone would hate me even more. Well, you should ask them. You should ask them why. How could I? Well, how will you know if you don't ask? Honestly, I'm the type to run away when things get too hard, but you should try all that you can before that. Like, I need to know if these people are simply crazy or if they had good reasons. I have to ask so that I don't have regrets later.
That's good. No,
regrets.
that's yeah.
No regrets. Gia's like, why the fork didn't I think about that? But she responds, yeah, turning a shameful past into history, it sounds easy, but it can't be done overnight for someone like me. That may be true, but you can try. I can. A stitch in time saves 9. Those who are prepared will not fail.
I love people like this, bro. Like where they state things so simply and you've overthought it so deeply, but they state it so simply that it's like, oh, bruh, yeah, of course. That's like, that makes so much more sense, actually.
Those who are prepared will not fail. She's pointing at the sky. Like a little... She takes another shot of soju, grabs a napkin, and starts wrapping up the dumplings. What are you doing? Oh, I love dumplings. I want to eat them when I get home later. It's finally time for me to repay your kindness, though. Come on, let's go. So she slips the dumplings in her bag, and they head out to the hair salon, a fancy one, where they're greeted by 2 hairstylists and maybe, I don't know, the boss of the place. Hello, everyone. This is my favorite superior at work. I want to gift her a makeover. Gia sits down on the chair, and Hannah tells her, I'm going to pay with my membership here. No, Hannah, I can pay. Shh. The designer walks up and starts touching Gia's hair. Your hair is very thick. Any style would look great. Should we do an S-curl perm? How about a wavy perm? Hannah responds,
Make it look like a
Change
wave.
your style too drastically, you're going to feel like a completely different person. So maybe
Like
like a
just
soft wavy perm. Oh, and like an eyelash lift. That'd be nice.
Whoa, what?
Wait,
Huh?
I do want to feel like a completely different person. Okay. Yeah, then let's do it. And we get a movie makeover montage scene. Gia gets the infamous hair chop into a shoulder-length bob. And Hannah tells her,
Like
those
Sponge?
who are not as mentally mature like you judge others by their looks. If you want something, you dress accordingly. That's the start. So after the hair transformation, they get a makeup artist and a stylist to let her try on clothes. It's a full-on makeover. And like, we have to assume that Hannah is really rich because some of the dresses that she's trying on are like Versace.
Oh,
Okay, so it's a rich bestie here.
Yeah.
But she
I
doesn't
like
act
that.
like one.
No.
I see.
Gia's already
Interesting.
crazy pretty, right? But she looks insane now. She puts on contacts, and this is the first time that she sees herself, and she's got tears in her eyes. And Hannah is a real friend. She doesn't look jealous, not even a hint of jealousy. She's making this happen for Gia, and she's very happy for her. So they go back to Gia's
Gia
apartment,
deserves
and
this.
Hannah falls asleep on the floor on like a little bed mattress, and Gia's asleep on her bed, and she's having nightmares about Michael and Stacy cheating on her and then killing her. So she jolts awake, and Hannah's in her sleep still, mumbling about dumplings. And then Gia gets a text from manager Kim. Mrs. Kang, about the meal kit. I approved your proposal, but I'm putting Mrs. Yang and Stacy on the team. They'll make up for what you lack. Gia's like, this bitch is for real right now?
yeah.
Stacy did something, because why is Stacy all of a sudden on the team, and why is this proposal even being accepted by Mr. Kim? Stacy texts Gia, you didn't forget about tomorrow, right? Heart, 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 heart. 고설정 5:30 p.m. Heart, 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 heart. Gia texts Stacy back. Okay.
Enough. No hearts.
Okay.
Good.
Fed up?
Yeah, Stacy is doing the most, and Gia's like, And seeing this cold ass response, Stacy instantly calls Gia, and Gia picks up, and Hannah is like asleep 2 feet away. Hey Gia, what you doing? What you been up to today? Oh, I went out to eat with Hannah. She's sleeping right now. Hannah's at your house right now? Why? We were talking, and she fell asleep, and we had some drinks too. Hello? You should have invited me too. Did I do something to upset you? No. Did you do something to upset me? No, nothing. But I did call to ask you for a favor. What is it? I was wondering, it's about your proposal. It's really good. It's really great, actually. Can I fix it up a little and propose it again? No, Stacy, you can't. It's my proposal. Why not? Yours was rejected, and I really need this to become a full-time employee. If I get this, then we can build our careers together. Sorry, but I'll give you my next good idea. Also, stop calling me by my name at work. We're friends, but technically I'm your senior at work. You're crossing the boundaries, making me run coffee errands and ordering me around. Let's not mix business with our personal lives, got it?
Dang.
What? I gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow. Gia hangs up
Yeah.
and Stacy is seething. What the fuck was that? What was that?
Shut your
Gia, how
stupid
dare you
ass-
do that to
Sit
me?
your stupid
I
ass
swear,
down.
just when I put my guard down, she
Oh,
forgets what a
shit.
loser she is.
Hey, yo, shut
I'm
your...
gonna have to teach her place tomorrow.
Ow.
Then Stacy picks up the phone and texts Gia. Heart, heart, I love you so much. Heart, heart, TTYL girly. Heart, heart, PS, don't forget to wear the earrings I bought you. Heart, heart. Right after texting this, Stacy goes to a restaurant to meet with manager Kim.
Thumbs down,
and
thumbs
she's got
down,
her hair in
thumbs
2
down.
braids. She's wearing pink. She looks all cute. And it's very obvious what Miss Girl is trying to do here. And manager Kim can barely keep it in his pants. Stacy, over here. What did your mom say on the phone? She said I'd be okay with you. She said it's fine if I break my curfew. It's so silly. I'm 33, but I still have a curfew. It's because you're so pretty. She's just worried, and she's right to. Let me explain to you something about women.
33?
Women should grow up sheltered.
What the fuck?
Dude, this show is a lot.
Yo, this
You're
is
right.
like...
But so what if my mom raises me like this? I still need to meet a reliable oppa that's going to keep sheltering me and keep me safe from the world. She looks up at
Ew.
him seductively. Mr. Kim's choking on his food because she's got him in a chokehold. Absolutely. We're not at work, so that means I can call you by your first name, right? Manager Kim is like seeing stars. He's having his main character moment, and he's getting a flashback back into that delivery room where Stacy's birthing his offspring. Of course, from now on, we're more than just coworkers. Kim takes out Gia's meal kit proposal, and he uses a little Sharpie to X out her name. And it's funny because he can't even like scratch it out. You can still clearly see her whole name, but he just puts a little symbolic X over it, gives it back to Stacy, and Stacy seems very happy. But we're back at the high school reunion where Gia walks in with her makeover, and Stacy is shook. I mean, everybody's shook. Everyone's gaping at Gia because remember, only Hannah was there when Gia got a makeover. Stacy didn't even know Gia cut her hair, let alone that she's looking like an A-list actress right now. Also, remember, Gia wasn't supposed to know that this is a high school reunion. In her past life, she thought it was a casual dinner between them two. Oh, Stacy, is this not just dinner for us? I didn't realize it was going to be a whole party. Stacy doesn't say anything, but all the guys are tripping over themselves. Come sit next to us. They're whispering, that's Gia. What happened? And this random loser guy is like, "Yeah, wow, Gia, you used to be a loser. How did you get so pretty?
What the fuck?
I don't even remember you. So we're basically strangers. So you could stop being so rude. Oh, was I being rude? I thought I was being friendly. Sorry, I'm just so clueless. Another guy leans over. Yeah, that guy's been clueless in high school, clueless now. You should talk to me instead. But the mean
Just
girls
as
are even more
clueless.
upset. They scoff.
Just as
You have the
clueless. That's
audacity to
crazy.
come in here and talk about manners? Hey, are you wearing the same earrings as Stacy? Are you still copying her? Gia pushes her hair back behind her ears. These earrings? The guys next to her stare at her earrings, then at Stacy's. And one of the guys says, oh, no, they're not the same. Gia's look really nice. Stacy, yours look fake. Stacy's does look like knockoffs. Gia's look very much real because Hannah lent them to her. Hey, Stacy, are those knockoffs? Did you copy Gia? You could have at least bought some better knockoffs. Guys, cut her some slack. Maybe she's broke.
Who said that?
Another guy.
Maybe
This is
she's
random, yeah.
broke as
Yeah. Stacy looks pissed and Gia's thinking to herself, I'm sure you had another pair of fake ones that you're wearing right now to show that I copied you and that your fake ones looked real compared to how bad mine were. The ones that you gifted me. But what do? I think I found a real friend. Gia excuses herself to go to the restroom and everybody is still flabbergasted by her new look. She's like, I need to use the restroom, excuse me. And as soon as she leaves, Stacy rips out her earrings like a little 5-year-old. Meanwhile, Gia goes to the exact restroom stall that she was found in previously in her past life when the other girls were talking shit about her. She goes to hide in there and it looks like she's trying to test if history is going to repeat itself, if the whole thing is going to be different. And what do you know? The mean girls come in to wash their hands. I can't believe Gia actually showed up. Why would she do that? It's not like she has any friends. Did you see her? All that stuff looks brand new. She must be here to brag. Stop talking like you're from Seoul, Gretchen. It sounds weird. Sorry. Anyway, why does Stacy still hang out with Gia? Obviously, Stacy's too nice for her, even though Gia just leeches off of her and steals everything. Ugh, I hate Gia. Like in high school, what she did to Stacy, we really have to take care of Stacy.
Yeah,
Otherwise, she's
some
going to do it again.
meat riders, bruh.
Regina, Gia wasn't at her table, at her seat at the table. I think she said that she was going to the restroom. They go one by one, kicking in the stalls like the bullies they are. But this time, when they get to the stall that Gia's in, she kicks it out first, scaring the shit out of them. And she walks out, and Regina, the main bully, says, "Were you in there this whole time? Were you just pretending like you weren't, you sly little bitch?" Then what did you suppose I do? I was here first. Was I supposed to stop peeing and come out to greet you? Don't mind me. Keep talking. And I'm curious too. What is it that I did to Stacy in high school? You ask like you don't know? You literally copied her all the time. You wanted everything that she had. Like today, aren't you copying Stacy's earrings? These? Stacy gifted me a pair, but they were fake. It was very obvious. So I bought the authentic ones because then we'd still be matching and I wouldn't hurt her feelings, right? Gia reaches into the bag to pull out the letter from Stacy and pulls out the super fake earrings. What else am I coveting that's rightfully Stacy's? Her man. There's a guy at work, Michael. Stacy told us that she's into him and now you want to steal him. Look, people don't change. It's just like high school. When Stacy was into Elby and you made them break up.
Oh my God, bro.
I made Stacy break up with Elby because they were dating. And Stacy is now dating Michael from UNK. Yeah. You told Stacy to break up with Elby, and now she recommended you for a job at UNK, and you're trying to steal her man. You're really crossing the line here, Gia. I can't even deal with you guys. Hey, if you're going to do all of this after only hearing one side of the story, at least try to fact check. Listen carefully. She pulls out her business card. UNK Food Marketing Assistant Manager Gia Kang. I'm an assistant manager at UNK. I heard the contract workers get business cards too nowadays. How can we even trust you? I joined the company 7 years ago. When did Stacy join? Wait, let me answer that. I got promoted 3 years ago, and I remember putting in a recommendation for Stacy about same time last year. Wait, that's right. Stacy started talking about it last year. But the weirdest thing is, now that you mentioned Michael, he's my boyfriend. Gia rolls her eyes, pulls out her phone, and calls Michael. She puts him on speakerphone. He's camping with the boys because of course he is. Hey, babe. Hey, babe. I'm at my school reunion. Did you call? What?
That's
no. I wanted you to have fun, so I didn't call. I must have butt dialed.
Camping with the boys is definitely much more like, you feel me? That's more equal with gaming with the boys than bowling with the boys. And bowling is fire. I'm great at bowling. But you gotta, come on, bro. It's either camping or gaming. Or camping and gaming. What? Being outside with a fire and some games, bro? That's a couple of things to blow up. That's like a perfect scenario, to be honest with you, bro. Oh God.
Same time last year. Wait, that's right. Stacy started talking about it last year. But the weirdest thing is, now that you mentioned Michael, he's my boyfriend. Gia rolls her eyes, pulls out her phone, and calls Michael. She puts him on speakerphone. He's camping with the boys because of course he is. Hey, babe. Hey, babe. I'm at my school reunion. Did you call? What? Oh, no. I wanted you to have fun, so I didn't call. I must have butt dialed. Oh, I see. That's great. Say hi to my friends, Michael. Friends? Hi. We're Gia's friends. Are you really her boyfriend? Oh, yeah. I'm Gia's boyfriend, Michael. I didn't know Gia had any friends other than Stacy, but take care of Gia for me, guys. Hello? Gia had hung up on him. Is that good enough for you guys? Gia pushes past them and walks out. She gets back to the table, grabs her stuff to leave, but Stacy's trying to act normal and stop her. Gia, wait, where are you going? At the same time, the mean girls leave the bathroom and they come out to the main dining party room area, and they're all just standing there in front of their entire high school class, Gia, Stacy, and the mean girls. The mean girls aren't done. Yeah, Gia. Fine, you think you did something in there? But back in high school, why did you tell Stacy to dump her boyfriend? Gia looks at Stacy and Stacy's avoiding eye contact. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. That is weird. I did have feelings for Elby, but Stacy never dated him. Gia looks straight at Stacy. Did you date Elby? The mean girls turn around. See, the thing is that I'm so sorry, Gia. I couldn't tell you back then that Elby and I were dating because I knew you liked him. What? You said I told you to dump him. So did I know about your relationship or not? It was a secret relationship, so I didn't tell you. Did I know about it or not? Which all of this is making sense, but the mean girls are still on Stacy's side. Gia, stop it. You're scaring Stacy. This is why you have no friends, because of your temper. Why are you nitpicking something that's in the past? And Gia's flabbergasted. You're nitpicking, so am I. I didn't ask questions back then. Did you forget how you tormented me for 3 years? Even now, I showed you my business card and explained everything, and you want to bring up my temper?
Like what?
Why should we believe you, Gia? What if your business card is fake?
Are you
Fake?
bro? At this
like
point,
the bag that you brought tonight? What the hell? I bought this bag in 12 monthly installments with my very first paycheck.
whoa, you
Okay.
got ripped off. Oh my god. How many monthly installments? 12? Just say a year. Hello? You paid that shit off in a year for a bag that will deteriorate over time and ultimately lose its value with your... Wait, hold on. What'd you say?
How you tormented me for 3 years? Even now, I showed you my business card and explained everything, and you want to bring up my temper? Why should we believe you, Gia? What if your business card is fake? Fake? Like the bag that you brought tonight? What the hell? I bought this bag in 12 monthly installments with my very first paycheck.
That is a year.
Okay, then. Funny little brat, aren't you? You call it fake based off of an assumption, and now what? You just say, okay, then? Then do what you want. Then do what you want. Then what do you want me to do? You need to apologize, Gia. Say you're sorry.
For what?
You should apologize to me. You guys bullied me for 3 years. Why? Because of one thing Stacy said? You bullied me. Why? Because you got a kick out of it.
Yeah.
But you probably don't want to apologize, though. Because you just wanted to bully me. You didn't want a reason. You just wanted a random reason.
Yeah.
You don't care about the truth. What are you talking about? Of course we care about the truth.
No,
okay?
you just
We're
don't.
honest people. So you're saying that Stacy and Elby never dated, right? But the actual parties involved stated they did, so who are you to say? So it seems like the Stacy and Elby thing is like a really big deal because...
And that's why Richard was trying to contact Elby. He was trying to convince him to show up to the party. Elby's gonna come out, and what will the mean girl say? Let us find out.
Because it's implied that the main reason that the mean girls bullied Gia was because they were under the impression that Gia ruined Stacy's relationship with Elby because Gia was jealous and wanted Elby for herself. And
Right.
that's why they bullied Gia for being like a homewrecker, shitty best friend. So I don't know, okay? Now, obviously, Richard somehow found out about all of this. And that's why he tracked down the very elusive, very nowhere there Elby. And he pops up at the reunion right at this very moment to set the record straight. I'm not sure what's going on here. And everyone turns around, shocked. Is that Elby? And he's never been around. They might have heard about him in some papers.
Oh, but Elby might get attracted. Like he might fall in love again all over with Stacy. No, hell no. Hell no. Gia. But Richard, oh boy. Oh, I'm really locked in now. Hold on. No. I'm fully dialed in. It took me like almost the whole video to fully understand. But I'm here. I'm here and I'm active. I ain't gonna lie.
And he's never been around. They might have heard about him in some papers, but also he's hot.
Oh, but I couldn't.
And Elby's like, I don't
He's
know
hot.
anything else. But I can tell you one thing. Stacy and I never dated.
Oh.
And he turns to Gia, his very first love. Gia, it's been a while.
Dang! Was it like kind of hot?
Yeah. And then
Wait, so do we have like a triangle going on now?
And everyone's asking where he's been, why he's never called, and is it true that he never dated Stacy? And like, where is he working? Is he really the chef? But he's ignoring everybody, and he's just all eyes on Gia, like she's the only one in the room.
I mean, she's probably looking
the
bad
way,
as hell. Huh?
Did you really like me? Then why did you do that back then? She has no idea what he's talking about, but she's also freaking the fork out. So she runs out of the restaurant and starts speed walking out. She wants nothing to do with it. She feels like she's cleared her name, and this is like getting too much. And obviously, Richard Daddy is parked outside in his G Rolex Bentley SUV Premium, bro.
Hey, what type of car is that? I thought she was talking about a watch, but clearly, like, right? He's not just sitting on a very large watch like Aladdin style, like. That'd be amazing, but like I'm not getting on there. I am. If you have a floating watch that you can just sit or stand on, and you're like, pull up, let's go. I'm like, hey, all right, is this shit like, what is my chances of dying? 40%. That's less than half. All right, let's go.
Richard Daddy is parked outside in his G Rolex Bentley SUV Premium. Bro, I don't know what car it is. I think it's a Range Rover. I think it's a Land Rover. Korea covers their emblems.
You can't go from a Bentley to a Range.
Richard's going through a lot. He's got a lot on his mind because his grandpa was trying to push him into an arranged marriage with a beautiful daughter from another wealthy CEO family. But Richard only has eyes for his nerdy little princess, okay? He literally told his scary grandpa that he did everything he wanted. I went to the US to study. I went to the right schools. I joined the marketing team. I did everything that I was told to do, and I did it. But now this is what I need to do. I'm in a one-sided relationship. And the grandpa is like, what the fuck? Okay. She doesn't even like you back. And the grandpa's like, when have you ever, this is the current CEO, when have you ever done anything that you didn't want to do? You listened to me because you didn't have your own dreams. It was always like that. Then grandpa, that you should know that I'll do what I want this time too. Oh, this little. He gets up from the table and he walks over to his grandpa. So his grandpa was so mad that he knocked over his tea. And Richard starts wiping the tea off his grandpa's hands with a handkerchief. So it seems like there is a level of love and respect between them. So it's not like your stereotypical like, no, I'm going to cut you off. You are no longer the heir. It seems like it's, you know,
There's
a little bit more normal.
Yeah, there's
I just
a
wanted
level
to
of
tell you,
respect.
grandmother, there's someone that I really like and I don't want to have any other issues with all these other women. His grandpa leaves, but it's not over. He tells his assistant to figure out who that girl is. He wants to nip it in the bud before it becomes a problem.
Who?
Whoever the girl that he's into. He
It's-
wants, yeah. The
It's
assistant
Gia.
reassures the grandpa that he's never made a mistake. You know, that Richard is a guy with his head on straight. But grandpa's not having it. He's like, figure it out. Find me the girl. Bring her to me. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Anyway, as Richard is thinking about all of this, he's also stalking Gia in his car, waiting outside the restaurant for her to make sure, I don't know, she gets home safe. She's walking out, no glasses, new hairstyle, white flowy dress. Why is she so pretty for a reunion? He gets out of the car and he's about to approach her, but he sees another guy chasing after her. What the fork? Elby is running right behind Gia, chasing our girlie down, and she's not standing a chance because she's wearing heels. They run to a nearby park where Elby stops Gia, and Richard is hiding behind the shadows, literally behind a statue, watching this whole thing, making sure Gia doesn't get hurt, because the world is a scary place for a girl without her optical frames, okay? Wait, stop. Elby grabs Gia's hand. And then he gets awkward, so he lets it go. Sorry about that. Let me wipe your hand. And he grabs it again to wipe it. And it's like, oh God, sorry. What am I doing right now? Elby, I think I have to go. Wait, I never liked you, Elby. That was just a slip of the tongue. I had a crush on you. Elby screams it so loud, everyone around them at the park starts clapping like it's some sort of public proposal. They're like, oh, that's so cute.
What the fuck?
We're like witnessing a love story. And that's the end of the episode.
What?
Like the way it's so fucking unserious and the way that this is the cliffhanger to the episode,
What?
I'm dead. All right.
Can you talk
This
about...
episode?
Yeah. Yeah. But also the episode. Like this episode, but also the episode. They were just, and then they like freeze frame, dramatic music, because you know K-drama. And I'm like, this is so unserious. I love it. I fucking love this show. I don't know what else to say. Yes.
Question though. The CEO bad boy,
Yeah.
baddie, Richard boy. Like, why is he obsessed with her?
Right.
Oh,
Do we
we're
know?
gonna find out.
But
I
can
know,
you
but you
tell
don't
me
know.
now?
Do they know that she came from the future?
Who's they?
Like,
CEO bad boy, rich boy.
I know, but you don't know.
Okay.
Guess when you are gonna know?
when?
Next Monday. I love this show, guys. It's so cute. So stay tuned for next Monday. If you're interested in a trope daddy and a trope mommy having a baby, this is that show, and we're gonna eat it up on Monday. I hope you
trope?
guys enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ugh.
But you're not baking anything, Noona. We have to watch.
Bada bing, bada bing.
Damn, yo, these are long though. I was trying to watch other stuff today. Oh, but bro, like I'm kind of locked in. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh my god. Okay, just this one, and then I got other stuff we gotta watch. Okay. Let me go use the bathroom. I've been staying hydrated, and I hope you've been staying hydrated. Am I gonna make... No, this is gonna be a two-parter video. So if the first part of this video ended abruptly, it's because I never even cut the footage. You feel me? It's the end. Leave a like and share it to your friends and your kin. When I post a video, I'm gonna need y'all to attend. Thank you for the view, but I ain't done with you. 2023, I'm about to be Jordan with the flu. Yeah, join the tribe. Yeah, join the tribe. I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe.